Hey, what's up, guys? We're over here celebrating the holidays with this big ass tree. It's the end of the year, and I forgot what I was gonna say next to this big ass tree. It's the end of the year, and I had the boys. Hey, what's up, guys? It's the end of the year, 2025, and I got the guys put a compilation for you guys. The best of 2025. Are you guys ready? First clip.
Oh, guys.
That's cool. That's cool.
I like how they kept like the axle in the back though, so it really does look like everything's upside down.
I don't know if this is actually like a ticket, because you see the lights are too low.
I think the concept's fun. I think it's fun. Would I build it? It's not my cup of tea, but I respect it.
Your Tahoe flipped around.
yeah.
You're under the car like this, like wee, driving that.
I kind of want to see what's underneath.
I'm thinking it's just a shell, and then just.
It's like a float. It's just got this.
Yeah. I think that's how it is. It's just a bunch of brackets, because that's how I would do it.
Yeah.
I would just drop that bad boy on top, let the brackets hold the fiberglass, and then I'll leave the wheels just like the way you did right there. Just keep that sauce going.
Keep that sauce going.
Yeah.
You know what? We should make a shirt like that. Keep that sauce going. I like that. So Sandro, if I came into your shop and I said, I want to make my Tahoe an upside down Tahoe, ballpark to do something like this, what do you think that would cost?
You know, when it comes down to projects like this, like straight up, you better have an open book. Because you know it'll look better with Dayton's on, or it'll look better with these 20s on. You start switching it up, and then at one point we started with 5,000, 10,000, 20,000. Like you want to do more.
Well, you see what's going on, then you get the idea of like, well, while we're here, why don't we just do...
Let's do this. Like something like this, it could be anywhere from like 10 to like 15.
I feel like that's on the low end.
That's on the low end.
Yeah,
that's
just for starters.
That's it. He had that project going on for a toy, and he said, "Okay, I'm gonna put it on this reverse and scrap the other idea." Because that's how it is usually. Like you had a project for something else, laying in the wall or thrown on the floor, and then you just use it.
Do you think this is just harmless family fun, or is this a danger to society?
I think it's just fun.
It's just fun. It's just like goofy fun. I like it.
Till Karen comes along and be like, like what the?
On the police.
This was drunk, driving upside down.
Next clip.
This is my van and it goes too slow.
Okay.
I feel that.
I guess.
So I added a helicopter engine.
Oh, what the heck is that?
What is that?
You said a helicopter engine.
I don't like everyone to see it, so I hide it.
Oh yeah.
Is it?
Oh yeah. Oh, like the Batmobile. Oh, too, that shit's bad.
Bruce Wayne with kids right here.
Yeah, hell yeah. Drop them off all fast. Boom, boom, get off the back. I wanted to see it drive though.
Well,
Straight up.
here we go.
Oh,
Oh,
all right.
Anticipation.
well, you got dial up or what? Oh, here you go.
Damn.
What the was that?
You know, he's doing like the planes. They got to do circles. He's taxiing it, you know?
Fuck was that? I mean, don't get me wrong, it sounds cool.
It sounds great.
It drove like because obviously the engine is pushing, right? The engine is blowing out there and it's pushing it, right? Because it's not going, the power's not going to the wheels.
How does a turbine engine like that, how is that different from a regular engine?
Well, I have no idea. All right. No idea. I have no idea. That's a good question. Let's ask Sandro. If I see a plane in my shop, then you could ask me that If I ever see a plane in my shop, I'll be like, okay, I've worked on that. I have no idea. Like, I don't know. Like, first of all, how do you get that well, let's see, like that.
Big
small.
back. You got that big back,
He has that big back. I didn't see that. You saw that. You saw that big back. Okay. Next clip, and thank you.
Go for it. This body has never been opened. I'm just reporting this.
What the hell?
Oh my God, yeah.
I'm saying that this is not her battery. This bolt is never working.
No lie, fool, you're hitting the PowerPoints, Michael.
That's crazy.
I've gotten that with a customer.
It says that you switch out.
Switched
something out of their car. I switched the tire. That's not the same rim.
That's crazy.
You changed out my seat. You stole my battery. That's a big common one.
You know,
oh my God.
This is why I think a lot of dealerships have gone to some sort of video documentation.
Yeah.
Like, you just see it so much, no matter how you document it.
Yeah.
But now it's, this is what we've resorted to.
And it happens so, like, let's just say, and I've when sometimes I don't record or I'll take pictures of a car because it stood there a little too long. And us as people, we have the tendency of forgetting how our shit looks.
For sure, yeah.
Right.
You don't pay attention.
But sometimes during that day,
Right. Heat of the moment.
life,
Yeah.
and you're gonna be my bitch today.
Yeah.
And they want money or they want that shit repaired.
Right. They're just shady people out there no matter what, which means that we just gotta... What?
You know what you were saying? When they're shady, but when those two shady people meet,
Like Spider-Man meme.
like
They cancel each other out.
He's like, I did steal your tires, not your battery. And then the other one's like, wait,
What?
you were supposed to steal the battery, not the.
And then they both walk
Yeah,
away
yeah.
confused.
So yeah.
Let's swap this out for the next clip.
Guys, we had a lot of fun in 2025, but with the new year days away, you know I gotta think about my future. And that's why I'm getting the year started off right with today's sponsor, AG1. AG1 is a daily health drink for people who want to support a healthy lifestyle. It's packed with prebiotics, probiotics, superfoods, antioxidants, and replaces your daily multivitamin. That's a lot in one little green scoop. I love the taste of the original AG1. I often feel myself very tired, but with AG1, I do feel rejuvenated and I have way more energy. It's an easy way to supplement my vitamins and minerals. It can be tough to make sure I'm taken care of. With AG1, I'm getting over 75 different vitamins and minerals to help support my immune system. It's got 5 different pre and probiotics, and it has enhanced B complex to support my energy without giving me the jitters or an awful afternoon crash. Head to drinkag1.com/realmechanicstuff or scan the QR code, and new subscribers can get a welcome kit loaded with $126 in free gifts, like a year's supply of vitamins D3 and K2. Click the link below to learn more.
Okay.
Putting new plates on. They're magnetized too. They know what they're doing.
They can be slapping on paper plates. Quick. Rolling it out. This is all scoped out.
Yeah.
For sure.
Even just the way that they pulled the cars out seems so
Yeah.
organized.
Yeah.
It's like an inside job almost.
Exactly.
Yep.
This is an inside hit.
It just seems so well put together and organized and smooth. Paper plates on, and even the way that they moved out, their formation was perfect.
PSA, this was at a Kentucky dealership. The thieves stole 6 Hellcats
Oh, yeah.
under 45 seconds.
In my history of being in the car industry and owning a shop, usually like when your car is missing, it's either you know somebody, it's your kid, your boyfriend takes it, your girlfriend takes it, is because they know your routine, they know what you're doing, they know where the keys are at. So something like this is like, I'm pretty sure it was an inside hit. One of them has the plug, gave the other fool some money, and he's like, hey, the keys are gonna be here, figure this out, and the rest are just drivers. Cause look how organized they left. Like they probably sat down and they're like, so the car's like this, the other car's like this, and the other car's like this, right? So he's like, you pull out this way, then I'll back up this way, and then the other one. Because if they were doing it like on the spot, they would have been all like scattered out, like how they're moving out of that.
They probably had an escape plan. Like they obviously aren't traveling in a convoy of Hellcats. They're probably
yeah.
you split off that way, and we'll convene here.
Yeah, it's an inside job. That's pretty crazy. But yeah, it's probably a one fool set up everybody, got the drivers, and said, hey, you know what? Let's do this. Let's get some money.
Here I've got a 2011 Chevy Colorado that needs a timing chain job. But I'll tell you, GM engineers were not thinking nice thoughts toward mechanics when they made this engine. So just simply to get the valve cover off, you've got to remove the intake manifold that's over here. But in order to remove the intake manifold, you got to remove the alternator that goes right
that's
there.
pretty lame.
And you can't
That's like a
easily
Nissan
remove
thing
the
to do.
alternator without removing the fan clutch and fan shroud. And there's your starter, by the way,
that's pretty
underneath
lame.
the intake. The compressor pulley overhangs the front cover by about a 1/4 inch, so you got to remove the compressor to get the front cover
That's
off.
pretty
On this engine, the oil pump is built into the front cover. And in order to remove the oil pickup tube from the front cover so you can get the cover off, You've
We gotta take the
remove
oil pan and then-
But you can't remove the oil pan without removing the entire rack and pinion steering gear. And the real kick in the gut is that this truck only has 42,000 miles on it.
Why are you doing a timing chain?
The new chain is in the front and the old one's in the back. Look how much the old chain has stretched compared to the new one.
Whoa.
42,000
Pretty, yeah.
That's pretty
I can't
crazy.
even finish this job because the VVT sprocket is on back order.
You know, that's the common story right now. Lots of back ordered stuff.
The customer won't understand when you charge them so much money.
Well, you know, actually, I wonder what this job pays. I'm assuming if you were to go across, you know, to GM's step-by-step procedure, it's going to take you through all that. Most of the time, when they'll give you like, okay, this is how you're supposed to do it, they always have you remove more than what you need to. And then when you get better at stuff, you can decide like, oh, you know, I probably could have just loosened this and moved it slightly out of the way to get this out instead of taking it completely out. But this looks like a royal pain in the ass. That's pretty
sucks.
crazy that the timing chain stretched that much in 42,000 miles. That's pretty nuts.
It's probably material.
Cheap material in the chain,
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
definitely.
crazy. That chain stretching it does happen over a longer period of time on most vehicles. I mean, you figure the engine's making torque, which is a turning or twisting force, which is turning that crank sprocket, and that's gonna tug on that chain every power stroke that goes through on every cylinder. Eventually, that chain is gonna be longer than it's supposed to be because it's being tugged on constantly.
It could be only even the guides itself, like the little pins. It doesn't
You know,
necessarily
yeah, you're
need to
probably
be
right.
the whole chain.
Right.
Like just certain pins could be like cheap, and
Or
then
the
that's
links themselves where it's joints, yeah.
Or where it joins at, like the links probably spread out a little bit.
Something like that, I bet.
Yeah.
What cars, Sandro, would you never buy due to them just being a royal pain in the ass to work on?
Audi, for sure. To get to the seals in the back, the guides, all that that's just taking out the whole engine, doing the whole
I feel like anything German is probably a
Yeah.
little bit not as easy to work on.
Parts are harder. It's more difficult. It's out of the ordinary. So once you get there and then you get the American cars, it's kind of like,
Yeah.
it's not that hard.
This is not that bad.
Like, oh, we're gonna do all that? That's
like this right here is an everyday
Oil
scenario
change.
for an oil change for an Audi.
Oh, we're doing that oil change for an Audi. Okay, that's cool. Don't worry about it.
I feel like German engineering focuses a lot on maybe like performance type things, where other manufacturers maybe focus a lot on like longevity or ease of working on or whatever, right?
So what do you think? This is a whiny mechanic or bad engineering?
In the engineering side, that sucks. I think this guy seems pretty valid in his concerns.
Yeah.
I would also be quite frustrated.
Let's make money on this next clip.
Ooh, I like that. That's good.
He could have blown the intake. That actually happened to a customer. He had it was a 66 Mustang, but when we popped the hood, I saw that old fiberglass bolt, the heat cover, right?
Yeah.
And I had
That's
told
gonna
him,
catch on fire.
and I had told him, hey, you should remove that. Oh, because it's, you know, the vintage. And I was like, just in case, because these carburetors have that tendency of sometimes holding fuel, and when they burst up again, they shoot fire. And he goes like, no, but the intake. I'm like, okay, I'm just telling you what it is. The car caught on fire. Like, I think it was after like
Surprise
2
fire?
weeks. 2 weeks.
Dang.
And he was like, jinx me. I'm like, no, what the f?
Jinx me.
I was-
I warned you, fool. I love this channel just because of the different types of things that he'll do. I don't have the resources to do these types of things, so I'm glad that somebody else does. Sometimes you don't know what's gonna happen if you do certain things, and you ever think like those thoughts of like, what if I?
Let's put Angie and a bunch of fireworks in there, see what happens. God knows.
Sandro blows Civic engines for free as is, so.
Dang.
That kind of hurts. That kind of hurts.
That's what you get for not racing me in the single cam.
It's not me. Remember who it is? Who is it? Who is it?
It's not me.
you
You know,
know-
blown head gasket could have fixed a blown head
That's your
gasket.
fault.
Race me, but you
That's
got
your fault.
That's my.
I showed up and you did some fucking chemical shit. What?
I did so good.
You're like, F this.
Coincidence? I think not.
You know what? I want to no more. Next clip, please.
This is the greatest cheater in racing history. His name is Smokey Unick, and his most famous trick was his basketball in the fuel tank hack to get around NASCAR's strict 26-gallon fuel limit. The tank on his car was actually 28 gallons, but Smokey made it seem compliant by placing an inflated basketball inside the tank, which took up space. When NASCAR inspectors checked the car, they filled the tank, finding it held exactly 26 gallons. After inspection, Smokey would deflate the basketball and remove it, freeing up the full 28 gallons of space for fuel.
Smokey's such a G.
He's the patron saint of rulebook interpretation.
He's the patron saint of I love that.
It feels bad to call him a cheater.
Yeah, the term cheater's rough.
It didn't say you couldn't have a basketball in the...
It didn't say that.
He
didn't put it in the rules, no basketball.
So it was 26 at some point.
I feel like you got to get some credit for that kind of innovation.
Yeah.
He's an innovator.
Plus, you needed a place to keep the basketball
What
anyway.
if you want to play
Where else were you
basketball
gonna keep
after
it?
you're done racing?
Yeah, you got to keep in shape. It's been pointed out many, many times in the racing biz. It's not what the rule book says, it's what the rule book doesn't say.
I will say, as time goes on, it probably makes it, you have to be even more innovative than the generation before you. It makes it harder to cheat because all of the innovators that came before, right?
Geniuses.
That is genius. Come on. Smokey's a G, though.
Pour one out for Smokey.
Yes. For those of you joining us, just in case you have not seen many of the episodes that Mr. Joe Morgan has been on with us, Joe's a racer through and through. You've done and seen a lot of things.
I started with the old Battle of the Imports back in the day at
That's
Palmdale.
right.
The Naira, Pyra, NHRA Sport Compact Series.
Full pedigree. Let's check out that next clip.
What got you interested in like building a Civic? Is that what you could afford at the time, or is that like your first car that you got, or is like, you know, like is that what you wanted, you know?
I will say kind of a combination of all this. It's what I could afford. It started becoming popular because of Fast and the Furious at the time, which is really interesting. The Civic was never really highlighted much in Fast and the Furious. It was like all these other cars, but this was probably the most affordable car in the whole movie, which is probably what sparked it for everybody. And also the aftermarket was there. You could buy so many things for Civics, and all my buddies were into it, and that's kind of just, the rest is history. It's what got me into it. When I was in high school, I used to sit in my English class and I would just be making parts lists and prioritizing what I could afford and what JDM parts, I'm gonna get these SIR bumpers and these SIR headlights. And then the more I learned about cars when I started going to school for it, then that parts list grew and grew and grew. And Sandro, what about you? What got you into Hondas?
Coming from like a Hispanic family is like lowriders are the scene. But I heard a Honda and I was like, damn, I like how that sounds. And then I saw one like slam. I think this guy burned the springs, pulled it up in the shop, and it was just like scraping everywhere. For some reason, I love that shit. I was like, you know what? That's tight. So I was into those Hondas, and then my cousins got Hondas, and then after that, it was just, I love them. And I love to be the underdog always. Like you show up.
You like that, yeah.
Yeah, you show up and they underestimate you and then you fucking spank the shit out of them. Or your little 4-cylinder on a B8.
Yeah.
And they were fucking mad as That's what I liked. It's just that roar. You're right. You know what?
It does have a very distinct,
roar.
yeah.
When you had it, no cats, straight pipe all the way back, and that intake just sucking all the dirt in, no filter. And you'll step on it, it was like, whoop, bop. You'll be like, even though you're not going that fast, because sometimes Vita kicks and it's loud as but you do that extra
You
do that extra kick for no reason. You're like right here chilling, and then you're like, and then the homie's looking at you like,
why are you doing that?
why are you doing that? They're like,
it grossing me out. It's like on Lion King, and the hyena goes like, Mufasa, ooh. That's what VTEC does to you.
Wheels that reconfigure to triangular tracks to instantly optimize mobility over different types of terrain.
That's cool.
From wheel to track and back again within 2 seconds, while the Dream Travel suspension system aims to enable high-speed travel over rough terrain while keeping the vehicle upright in military 20-inch wheels, advanced short travel suspension of 4 to 6 inches, and a novel high travel suspension that extends up to 6 feet.
The wheel that goes triangular, I could see, particularly for some extreme off-road use, would be really, really good because you'd be able to work well on a relatively straight, smooth portion. And then where it gets really rough, you get maximum traction and surface area for contact. It's a neat technology. I could see it perhaps on some Squillionaire's Hummer of the future. But it sure. And previously there were attempts to get rid of the wheel with things that were these little hover cars. Those started popping in the late 50s, early 60s, and we see how successful they've been. You can just go buy one anytime you want. Something has to be more exciting than this. Let's find out.
All right, car guys, listen up. You need to stop using measuring tapes and spending like $150 every time you need an alignment. Instead, go buy this tool. It's from Gyroline. But you just do this. You do this. Boom, boom. Look at that. Total toe, 5.2 degrees toe in. That is absolutely horrible.
I guess it's a quick shortcut if you're using a tape measure to measure the front of the front wheels and the rear of the rear or the front wheels, you know, just so you can get your toe measurement. I feel like this is just a hop, skip, and a jump away if it had like a better attachment to it that you could get better measurements to it.
Or you can get something attached to the back and put your phone to the front. And then
well, it looks like you could get the rear wheels. So, but still, you're right. A lot of it is how the rear relates to the front, or how the front relates to the rear.
Say you're doing just toe, right? You're moving the arms, and they move around. So then you got to go back with the phone. Look at the specs.
I mean, let's just say you're in your garage. You don't have any alignment machine. You're just trying to do a quick toe and go. Okay.
Just get a string.
Or just get a
string.
And a tape measure.
I'll take the string all day.
If it's accurate, then that's pretty handy. I don't know if I'm ready to just completely throw out
an alignment machine.
But if it gets us in the ballpark and you're in the garage and you're replacing some steering components, things like that, then you know maybe it's worth a go. So for anybody out there who's not familiar with the alignment angles, we've got our three main, which are going to be our camber, caster, toe. Toe, which is what this gentleman's talking about, is when I have my front wheels. If we're looking at the top here, my front wheels are either angled inward at the front or outward at the front. So if they're angled inward, they consider that positive toe. And if it's outward, they consider that negative toe. Now, if we have too much toe, positive or negative, we get dragging of the wheels, right? Or the tires, so you end up with a feathered edge. It's also the worst tire wearing angle. And if you're going to be replacing any suspension components or steering components like tie rods, things like that, you absolutely need an alignment. And let's say you're doing this in the garage, you don't have an alignment rack in your garage, that's going to help us probably at least get in the ballpark to get to an alignment shop. Camber is what most of us are familiar with because you see all of those Hellaflesh isn't in though anymore. I know that used to be like a popular thing.
Still thing.
It's still thing. Hellaflesh. So camber is when we're looking at our wheels straight on if the tilt of the wheel or tire is inward versus outward. So inward would be negative, which is normally what we see with a lot of really low vehicles.
Cool stuff.
The whole reason negative camber got in was because a little bit of negative camber is going to help us in the turns, because if I've got negative camber and I'm taking a turn, that outside wheel that needs to grip is now standing straight up and down, and that's what we want. We want the most rubber touching the road while you're turning. If it's positive, then it makes it even worse. So we definitely don't want any positive toe, but here's the thing. Negative camber is really only beneficial up to a point. When you've got excessive negative camber, all you're doing is wearing tires. But there is another benefit to that negative camber, and Sandra's probably very familiar with this. If we have a vehicle that's just entirely too low and we don't have enough clearance with the wheel inside the wheel well, so get a little bit of negative camber is going to help us buy a little bit of space there.
So can you do that with that machine?
No way you can do caster, but you should be able to do camber perhaps, depending on where you're putting this fine piece of machinery here.
We didn't see the whole video. So there is an instructional video on what to do on this thing, phone's dying. So it's saying to put this device, the nipples that are here, this will be supposed to be up against the wheel, and you should be able to get a toe reading. Let's see if it's true. We're gonna try and do what they asked us to do, which was put it up against the wheel, right, facing that way. So we're gonna go ahead and put that one. So now we're gonna rotate this apparently to the other side, so it knows it's the other side. Up against the wheel. That's impressive. Okay. So it's showing us that this thing is 0.6 towed in. This would work really, really well if I wanted to do a quick check and be able to show the customer what I'm looking at. If somebody wants to do their adjustments at home, it might take a little bit of practice, but I can see somebody doing this at home if they have a little bit of training to be able to get this thing going. I like it. I can use it as a tool. It could definitely be as a tool that we could use in the shop. The average DIYer, they could definitely use it at home as long as they have the proper training and they have the proper understanding of how alignments work.
My opinion is females don't belong in the service department. They belong behind the scenes doing the paperwork.
Behind the scenes?
Okay. There's not a male in our service department.
I need to make an appointment. I just hope there are no females on the
What the hell?
There's no males in our service department now, so unfortunately.
God, that is totally messed up. I need my oil change, but there better be a male mechanic that I can talk to.
Okay, I'm gonna get you with my sales manager since there's no males in service, but there's a male in sales.
And so you want to talk to the guy in sales?
Wow.
You know?
This sucks for you.
And listen, I'd be lying if I said it hasn't kind of happened to me in the past, but times have changed, and I think this happens so much less now than it used to. I mean, this happened probably at almost every shop I've ever worked at least once. Some people are just really old school, and in their head, subconsciously, they feel that a male's gonna know what they're talking about a little bit better. This is super extreme. Like the fact that she's like, I want a male in the changing oil.
With a big ass beard.
Come on, it's not that hard of a job to do. But even if it was a timing belt, even if it was whatever, like it's a little silly and it's a little backwards. And you know, there are times even in our comment section, y'all, people saying, you know, that doesn't look like a kitchen or like this, you know, stupid ass shit. Here's the thing. I don't mind being the underdog. I kind of like that. Underestimate me, and then you know I only look good all the time. It does wear on you after a long period of time, just hearing the same stupid ass punchline, and even it's sometimes people making jokes. Which, like, listen, I got thick skin. I'm down to screw around and make jokes. But when it's serious and it's like there's no way you're a good mechanic because you're a woman, like get the f out of here. What do you need to prove? Like, why do you have to have balls to be able to work on something? Like, it is a mechanical piece. If you have a brain and you're not stupid, you could figure it out. And anything that you don't have the strength to do, guess what? A tiny little man can't do it either and needs to get a bigger tool just like I do. So listen, you want people who are talented and passionate working on your cars because they're gonna give a shit about your car. You don't want somebody, man or woman, working on your piece of shit. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little riled up here, but you don't want an idiot working on your car just because they have balls.
Like 2 minutes ago.
They mean nothing. They don't make you better at working on cars. So anyways, I digress.
My balls rolled out.
Step off my little soapbox.
Everybody please, Aura, give some energy.
I'll step off my soapbox here. But you know, it's silly. And all you're doing when you say shit like that is making yourself look dumb.
This lady walks up to me. She sees Andrea trying to put the tire on. Like, it was big and heavy, but I always told her to use your head over your muscles, because
you have to when you're
you're not that strong. So put your foot under it, try to balance it out, bring the jack to a certain level, and now you can get it up there. So she was doing that technique, and the lady was so pissed. Like, she was like, I don't know what you're doing standing there. She's like, but that girl does not belong doing automotive. Like, you shouldn't have your daughter doing that.
Your daughter?
Yeah, she told me your daughter, and I was like this, like, I'm like, honestly, you have no right to say where I put my daughter at. I'm like, so if my daughter wants to do mechanics, she could do mechanics. If my daughter wants to drive a plane, she could drive a plane. Maybe you limit your kids where they belong, but not me. They could do whatever the hell they want. And if you don't like it, I told her, like, by all means, don't ever come back to the shop. I'm like, because next time she's only going to be the one working in your car. And she was so mad. And you know what? She keeps coming back, the lady. Yeah. You know what she told me? In front of her husband, when she came back, she's like, that's a man.
Wow.
And then and her husband goes like, what? And he's like, he stopped me and put me in my place.
Dang.
He's like, he stopped me and put me in my place. And I told Andrea what happened, and she was like, yeah, that lady was just looking at me all mad. I'm like, well, you're my daughter.
Aww. The fact that you did that, like, that's something that Andrea will likely carry with her for the rest of her life. Like, I know every single moment in a shop when somebody stepped up and said, like, hey, you know, defended me. Not that I needed somebody to defend me, but to know that the guys you work with have your back and respect you enough to not let that kind of bullshit slide. Like, it means the world, man.
Yeah.
So I'm sure she felt real good about that. I'm gonna cry right now.
Me too. Next clip.
Oh my gosh, end of block restoration. All right, this is tricky. Dang, okay, so we're heating it up. We got a little barbecue going. And some oxy welding?
I like
that. Is that what's going on? I'm not a welder, but.
Yeah.
Dang, that's pretty cool.
Got down.
The thing is like you could only do that kind of repair maybe on that part of the block. Like you can't do something like that in the cylinder. It had that part been broken in the main.
It's not the heads, because then you'll have to machine that. No matter what.
Right.
I mean, don't get me wrong, like, can it leak?
It depends how good they welded it, right?
Yeah, the way to test this, you would test it with water.
If it don't leak with water, it's not gonna leak with oil.
With oil, exactly. Oil's thicker, so it won't go through. Water will fight its way out no matter what.
Right, so thin.
Yeah, it's so thin, so it go through. Usually that's what I use for, like, if I'm checking a crack or a leak or anything like that, I use water. I tried doing it with oil, and sometimes it wouldn't leak, but once it starts getting hot, it f***ing leaks.
Right. Yeah, everything kind of opens up a little bit.
It breaks up a little bit, and then it goes through no matter what. And you know what? I think we're going far away from that tradition of repairing shit and just being pampered and ordering another block. I feel it for like students or young kids that are coming out. Like when they see something that is broken, they're like, oh my God, that's it. Doesn't work.
There's no fix it. There's no like,
fixing it.
let's try to see if we can fix it. Listen, companies make money when we replace instead of fix. There's got to be some way where they can still make money, but we don't have to just keep reproducing things and replacing instead of fixing, because we're just gonna end up with a bunch of piles of junk, like on Idiocracy. Or seen Idiocracy?
Mm-hmm.
I love that movie. The world has just become like big piles of trash and everybody's stupid. It's a great movie. You should watch it.
Next clip.
Yeah, dancing
that's
beds. I love these.
That's nice.
These are so fun.
I see when they fall off too. Why you like that?
Way
though?
back. I think it's fun. Okay, I'd say the vast majority of the trucks that I've seen that are like that, they are super reinforced. Like the welds look super good. Everything's like rock solid. You've got these crazy frames and they're well thought out, well engineered. Everyone I
You know, a weld could break. You're over here, the trunk is like, whee!
I'm not standing next to this fool. He's not on the freeways parts, you know.
So
like,
this is fun.
I think so. Oh, you don't think this is fun?
No, you know what? I don't think this one's fun.
Oh my God.
I think this is dangerous.
You know what?
Safety wise, somebody's passing by on a motorcycle and then that trunk goes and hits them. Just kill that person. Michael.
Oh my God.
Right? It's not fun no more, huh?
Oh my God.
One of these guys was at your RCC show.
Well, really?
He was doing this as he was driving away.
You let that happen over there? That dangerous stuff?
I, for once, think this is harmless fun. Let's dance into that next clip.
You want to see one of the craziest Porsches ever?
I don't know. I don't trust that Boeing.
What the You guys are cool. I want to have you guys as friends. But there's no real power to it. Maybe a long haul, right?
Maybe he's trying not to like shred it.
Fly?
Yeah.
He's not trying to fly? How much would an engine like this cost? That's a real good question. I want to say, let's just say if a plane costs for like, you know, it varies on pricing, but let's just say a plane costs like 100 grand. How much is that engine? So we don't know the price of the engine on the plane. For those that do know, leave in the comments in the bottom how much this engine costs, because I have no idea. He would like to know, because we might put it in the Vespa.
Yeah, I want to know. Craft engineers, bro, get in the comments. Let me know how much this engine costs.
Let us know if this guy's wasting his time too.
I also can't afford this.
Or can it fly? Or can it fly?
Can it fly?
Can it fly?
If we put wings on this thing, will it fly?
A little Red Bull, you know?
Let's roll on over to see that next clip.
In this next clip, apparently a mobile mechanic came in to change out a customer's tire without knowing that the car had a wheel lock on it. When informed that he cannot complete the tire change without a key for the lock, this is what happened.
Put it back on and get off.
Whoa!
Let somebody else what they're doing. They don't act like they know what they're doing and coming up with some bullshit.
Your key is wrong. The locking key that you have is wrong.
This goes for this, you fool.
No, it don't.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does.
So go try put it on yourself, lady.
This is the one that fixed it.
Why is she yelling?
Tighten it up and get the f*** out.
Oh my God! What is this lady's problem?
I don't care, put everything back together and get the f*** off my property. Or I can drag you off my property too and don't think just because I'm a woman I can't do it.
What the hell? Oh my gosh. I feel bad for any other person in this woman's life.
I get that a lot, like
Misdirected anger.
bad, like Juanito's about to get jumped.
Jesus.
Imagine you're working and the customer's like this, bad looking
Over
at you,
you,
like
yeah.
like that hose was wrong, and you feel like the tension.
Yeah.
Or some customers have a tube on the side, like they're so mad at you, like, and you're working. It sucks. I feel it for this guy, and I feel it because I know how it feels.
For sure. And then it's like, not only do you have to either be the technician and a counselor, or the shop manager or foreman and a counselor, you're having to deal with these social situations and use, professional tactics to de-escalate a situation, because you're assessing what's going to happen here. And this guy's going to assess, he's got these people surrounding him, somebody's got a camera on him, this lady's yelling at him, his jack's underneath the car, his tools are right there, he's probably thinking like, I just got to get the hell out of here, this crazy lady.
All of this homeboy has to deal with, whether if it's his own business or he's working,
right.
$40.
Right, for nothing.
$40.
For nothing.
$40. You're making such
paid enough.
And then the customer goes like this, I'm sorry, after they already explain, I'm sorry, it's just I'm having a bad day. And I'm like,
be empathetic to your, people who are helping you out, whether they're serving you food, whether they're working on your car, be nice. Don't be a dick. Next clip.
She has a broken ignition switch, turns it on. Yeah. I've seen this. I've actually had that on my 64 for a cool minute too. What it is the switch is just broken. So the mechanism that goes inside came out. These old trucks right here, they don't have a steering wheel locking mechanism. They don't. So back in the day, what you used to do is just bust that switch out, put a screwdriver in there, and you just turn it and you'll be rocking and rolling.
What I've noticed is a lot of people say this era of car, like this early 90s Civic, don't get those because it's as easy as jamming a screwdriver in. Is that true?
No. Well, this is an older truck, right? This is older in the 90s. So a 90s Civic, yeah, it'll be a lot easier to steal due to the fact that your keys are burned out already. So they're worn out. The ignition, actually, the switches are all worn out. So let's just say you put a screwdriver in the door handle and you twist it, it won't work like that. You have to jam it in there. We had a customer that came in, they stole his Accord. They put a dent puller, it has a little screw. So you screw it in there, pull it out, jam it, you break it, now you put your little finger in there, you just twist the mechanism inside, the door opens, right? Same thing with the ignition switch. You jam it in there, you break it till the switch breaks off. But if the customer accidentally, on purpose left the wheel locked, it won't move no more. So you have to pop that switch off, which that means you gotta grab the steering wheel and you crack it open. It takes a lot of force, so they'll grab it and snap it, and then you put the screwdriver, and then alternate.
So if your steering column is broken, though, how are you steering?
No, it's a pin that goes in the back of
okay, so you're
the
just
locking
breaking the
method.
pin.
Yeah, you're just breaking the pin. When you do that, you put all the weight, boom, you break it right off, then you're chilling,
That's
then
gonna
you can
be
drive
an
it.
astronomical amount of force to break that.
If it's a heavy stack fool, he puts all his weight on it, he'll crack that really easily, especially in an older car. Remember, from back in the day to now, it's all worn out.
I'm sure a lot of our followers have some older cars, so how can we help them prevent their stuff from getting stolen?
A pedal lock, a steering wheel lock, which eliminates them. Like if they just see it visually, they're gonna look at it and think about it like, you know what, it's a lot of work.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
Is it worth it? This guy's gonna have a kill switch, this was gonna have an alarm. Make sure that you make visual all the little alarms that you put on it. Change your locks. I actually did a video of that explaining why you need to change those locks. So let's check it out.
This customer right here lost her key. She came and she's like, hey, what can we do? They told it in. I told her, I'll get this open if you never switch them out. I could notice that you never did. Toyota key, check it out. All right, get in that bad boy. Let's see how fast I could do it. The officer's right there looking at me like, officer. Bam. See this little blade? Yeah, this fool's almost zooming into my eyes. Here we go, look at that. Jam it in there. And bam.
Today we're going to be looking at a 2022 Ford Transit Connect with a 2.5 liter engine. Actually, the vehicle doesn't matter. It's this. What is this? Like, what kind of wheel lock is this? You see that? It's just, that is awful. The teeth in this wheel lock are so
that looks
tiny,
easy
you're
to strip.
practically begging for it to get rounded.
Yeah.
I know you don't have a whole lot of foresight, but just humor me for a moment. What would happen, heaven forbid, if somebody, actually lost their wheel lock? Look at that tolerance. you're not going to get
Not
an
getting
extractor.
anything on the outside.
I mean, I guess the teeth are no bigger than tuner lug nuts, but at least there's depth for more surface area.
Right. Ford did not do a good job with that one.
Yeah, it's true, especially the edge, and then even Volkswagen has the same thing. Like their locks, it's like a little ass gap, and if you put it in wrong, and you hit it with the impact gun, it spins. That's it. You're. And then the space to put in there something and knock it out, it's so small. It's like you're trying to put space and it doesn't fit in there. You're like, what do I do?
Maybe their thought is that it makes it that much harder to steal, but it also makes it that much harder to work on when you're actually trying to do, you know, honest work to the car.
Like for me, it's fun because when they come in, I know they went to the dealer, they went everywhere and they couldn't take it off.
So you get to see the stuff that
I see all the shit they do.
that other people were unsuccessful with.
Yeah, they chip at the wheel.
Oh my God.
They try to weld on there. They have sockets stuck in
Dang.
there. Some fool goes like, he tried to use the blowtorch, didn't know how to use the blowtorch, so he just cooked the side of the wheel, and I was just like, wow. And he goes, bro, can you just take it off? I'm like, oh, yeah, I'll take that off.
This
Don't worry
is the
about it.
beginning of your problems,
I'm like, I got you. I just put a little nut in there, welded the circle, welded it again, and I was done.
Yeah.
Pulled it out, and I was like, there it is. He's like, why couldn't everybody do that? I'm like, because nobody's that good.
Not everybody's Sandro.
Nobody's that good like me. To me, it's cool because I make money. But to somebody, like, just say, I'm stuck in the middle of the freeway, and that's a problem, it just became a big ass problem.
I mean, they do make wheel lock removal tools, but they're a pain in the ass to use sometimes, and they
and there's no space because you saw there's no space right there in that.
Right,
that
on
circle.
the outside edge.
Yeah,
there.
so there's no space. Like, watch, you're right
I wonder
there. Look at
if
that.
like you could put a wheel lock removal tool toward that center like dowel looking piece.
But then there's 3-piece locks that the crown just comes off.
Oh, for sake.
I blame the engineers, straight up.
Yeah.
Be more creative. Be more creative, but also give your people the equipment in case it up.
Yeah, for something like this, they definitely did not think about the technicians at all.
Yeah, they didn't. They don't. I concur. Next clip.
Yeah! Woo!
That's badass.
That's pretty cool. Ah! Hold up! Ah! The straps just broke like nothing.
Let me back up.
Let me back up. One day I want to be there, that level of money.
That's a whole nother level.
I built it out of cardboard. That's how broke I am.
It's all relative. It's all relative.
That's how broke I am. Look at this for like 6 shocks on one side. My cardboard was only like...
Oh my God.
I was even asking people for cardboard.
All the money that was dumped into this, you already went crazy. Could have went a little bit crazier on the straps.
Next time when you guys do that, invite her over.
I would have thought about that.
So she could like tell you what to do.
Stay strapped or get clapped.
Stay strapped or get clapped.
I think this is charity work because nobody has money to do this kind of stuff. Except for these guys, and nobody's gonna be willing to do the dumb shit. And I think
that's bad.
They do it so other people don't have to.
I would have made my suspension out of cardboard too.
Thank you, Whistling Diesel. Let's lift on up to that next clip.
Toyota Team Europe was struggling to remain competitive with their 6th generation Celica, a car that had barely beaten Subaru by 11 points in the 1994 season. Toyota engineers began looking for devious ways to improve their car, and quickly settled on the restrictor as a likely victim. The problem was, these restrictors were inspected at every race to ensure that they were installed and functional. To sneak an illegal mod past the judges would be nearly impossible, right? Well, what Toyota came up with is perhaps the most genius cheating scandal ever uncovered. Their restrictor appeared completely normal during inspection, but during the race, it would be shifted 5 millimeters forward, thanks to a clever set of curved washers. This allowed air to bypass the restrictor completely, giving the Celica a 25% increase in airflow and an estimated 50 extra horsepower.
Wow.
Nice. I heard about this one. I hadn't seen the illustration of it. I heard about this deal. Ultimately, what people pay for is close racing.
Right.
Right. So they want to put people in the stands and they want to see. It's not that much fun when the one team that has a lot of money, it just runs off.
Right. Blowing everybody out the water.
Blowing everybody out the water. So sanctioning bodies will try to restrict the horsepower or restrict innovation to some extent, you know, to try to keep everybody in a bunch so that
Keeps
you
it
can
more
have
talent oriented too, which I think is
sure
fair.
Sure.
I mean, but amongst drivers.
Yeah. But it's really trying to tighten up the competition.
So the restrictor,
It's a fairly cheap way to keep a lid on the horsepower. If you've only got a hole about that big, you can only put so much air through it.
right? So we're restricting essentially how much air is being taken into a compressor or a turbo.
Which is a big deal on a turbo because when you restrict the inlet, you drop the pressure and you're raising the pressure ratio. So it makes it a lot harder for the turbo to work when you drop it. So that's a bad place for a turbo to have a restrictor. So any little advantage that you take, you know, creatively by moving the restrictor slightly.
And what's that, 5 millimeters?
It's 5 millimeters the other dude doesn't have.
That's,
so,
you know
so
what?
They probably want a couple.
You make it past a couple and you're like, okay, well, it was worth it.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Gotta do what you gotta do. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Exactly.
They were banned for the next season.
Okay, you know what? I'd say, okay, so they were banned for the next season.
Yeah.
Maybe it wasn't worth it.
It's not really interpretation. They literally moved the restrictor out of the way.
This is straight up breaking the law.
Yeah.
There's a big difference between innovation and cheating. Joe, can you think of maybe an instance where the lines have gotten blurred between the two?
I heard about a deal back in the old Wild West days of Trans Am, late 60s, early 70s or something, where they took some completely non-original parts and adopted some factory part numbers, and some receipts may have been made, you know, that kind of a thing. And otherwise the illegal part became
legal.
Yeah, let's call it parts washed. They became parts washed.
Okay, so this is super interesting. So we had to look it up. It turns out that in the 70s in the Trans Am series, like Joe was just mentioning right now, Penske, with their AMC Javelin, didn't have good enough brakes, I suppose, and they ended up taking brakes off of a Porsche 917 that they actually took to AMC and had them stamp a part number on them and sell them to them over the counter so that they'd be counted as genuine AMC parts, to which they put on their AMC Javelin, giving them an upper hand with Porsche brakes.
To be fair, Porsche probably didn't make the brakes. They're probably made by some other company.
That's probably a fair point right there too. Check out that next clip. In this next clip, we've got a Tesla Plaid racing a Honda Civic on the streets of Miami. Let's check it out. It's gonna get rocked.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy.
Yee! Wow!
Yeah.
Yes.
Eat that fool up. I like how you let go just in case the Tesla was gonna catch you. Like I already whooped you. I already whooped you. I already whooped you. Stop it.
We're done, okay?
We're not doing 200 miles an hour. Stop it. Hey, I used to do that. Like I would pass him a little bit. I'll be like, that's it. That's it.
I beat you. We're done. That race
it.
is
He's like, wait, we were gonna go. That was it. Come on, stop.
Stop.
You lost. Every time.
It's embarrassing now. We were just talking about the underdog stuff being underestimated. I love that.
Love that. It could be a Hellcat that pulls up to a Civic.
Yeah. And it's just some shit box Civic.
And it still thinks twice because it knows what time it is. And especially if that fool just has a random laptop right there with StarCraft, and it really doesn't have nothing in there. It's just a video game in there. Just to act like he's moving around. He's like, you want this?
Hold on.
Do you want these Zergs to you up right now? And he's like, I don't need that. I'm like, all right.
I can't handle that embarrassment.
That's what's up. That was me. It's because I saw fools pulling up with laptops, and I had a laptop.
You just
and all I had was StarCraft.
Isn't there the scene in Fast and the Furious, that like opening race that they do? That's exactly what the dude is just like playing whatever.
I put the laptop on top, and then I was like, oh yeah, I'm ready.
God.
There was nothing there. I was like, what a boo-boo ass fool, dude.
This here is the Vision AVTR, Mercedes' futuristic concept car inspired by the movie Avatar. The car replaces multiple basic controls in the pursuit to be more connected to the driver, like switching out the steering wheel and pedals for an interactive joystick-like controller on the center console.
Boy, I tell you, the design department had too much time on their hands that week.
So you know you got too much money. At first, I don't like the me going like this. to give it power, like however that is. I like my pedals to be on my feet. So I could feel like, you're like, wow, let's go, This doesn't feel cool.
You know what would be interesting? Driving along, that's you.
The wheels are crazy.
I saw those in some movie. Was it the iRobot movie?
Yeah.
It had weird Audis with kind of moonoid-like replacement thyroid things.
iRobot.
And that was what, 15 years ago? Maybe they get these movies late in Germany.
We need another clip.
Returning a set of tools. Screen. I don't know what it's about.
Oh, that's cool. I need that.
Screen shows the item I took. Oh yeah.
I need
you know,
that.
a lot of
I need
schools
that.
already use this for tool checking out. If I'm a master tech at a dealership and I've got 3 minions under me who are in and out of my toolbox all day, and you don't know what's missing, you don't know what's out. This is kind of a nice system. I bet it costs a lot of money though.
But it's worth it.
If you got tools walking away,
It's worth it because watch, you walk to the f***ing toolbox and the 10 is missing.
Right.
And you're like, why? Who took it? And everybody's just like, I haven't touched a toolbox. Me? Run the cameras. And so what, this motherfucker grabbed legs and said lates. Always a 10.
You just have to buy the 10 in bulk.
And then out of nowhere, like you come back to the toolbox and it's right there. And I'm like, oh,
What a mystery.
Wow.
What a mystery. How many times have you accidentally left a tool in a customer's car?
All the time.
Yeah.
I
Right?
do it on purpose
You're gonna
sometimes.
go back to your toolbox and be like, oh, I gotta go back.
I'll
I
go
left
blame
the
somebody
tool.
else.
I gotta-
Who the f*** left
And the
this
customer's
tool?
never gonna bring it back to you. That scan tool, I never seen it.
You know what's funny?
Not once in my
Juan
life.
says that he doesn't lose tools, right? So Tony takes his car, the Austin Miata, he takes it, and we do something to it. And then we go on a cruise, because Juan's like, everything's done, right? We go on a cruise, and I'm like, oh, let's open up the hood. So, have you ever seen it when the light goes in there, like, oh, like there's like light, like, oh, look at this amazing ass engine. I'm looking at it, why is it so f***ing bright in here? The flashlight was in there, just lighting up the whole
So is this a game changer or not?
It is, but then I'm that guy that I don't like to be controlled by machines.
This is one step closer to the Terminator.
Yeah, so it's like, I don't want that box me up later on. I still want to trust people's word.
I think if you have like a shop box that multiple people use, I think it is quite handy depending on how much it costs.
A little situation here. I replaced serpentine belt tensioner, and 3 idler pulleys. I charged $400. $200 in parts, $200 in labor.
That's good.
Okay.
Gave me half up front, got me the parts. And now that I'm done, I can't get a hold of it. This is his house. To pay Cash App, the first $200, I sent a $200 request, Cash App. Well, I called again. That's the voicemail. So this is what we do.
Free card?
Yep. So you take this little bad boy right here. This is where you get the key up front. One thing you can hold against them. But I also took something else. The tag. Alright? You wanna play games? I got your ass. You don't want to answer? You don't want to pay? I got you. Got your tags. Got your key.
You're a piece of shit if you do that to a mechanic. That's somebody's livelihood. That's somebody's, food for their kids. That's somebody's job. That's stealing. You're trying to be.
Even though he's stealing too.
He's not stealing. Listen, he's owed $200.
He's taking plates, he's taking keys.
What is he? Because what if the guy comes with a spare key and just takes his car?
That's true, but you gotta remember, like, when you're going out in the field, we get scammed a lot when we're out in the field. This is the part of this business when you're outside and you don't have an actual shop
For sure.
that
For
car
sure.
landed in.
Yeah.
Because now you did the job outside. What you did there, you saved the customer $300-400 more. Right, from going to a shop, but now you got to deal with that issue because
No,
you
it's
went
true.
cheap
on the price, and you did a good job, and your price was like, for me,
deal.
Solid ass deal. I would have cashed you out right there in the spot. But now, because you're doing it outside and you're knocking off the shop, this is what you gotta deal with.
And
because if that customer doesn't come and picks up his truck from the shop, all I gotta do is do a lien.
That's true. No,
And I
now the
guarantee
car's
you,
yours. Yeah.
I guarantee you they're gonna pay me that money.
Right. Yeah.
Because we talked about it. You said yes. He agreed, and now they're ghosting you. Why? Because they know you're outside.
And especially if you're a mobile mechanic, I imagine most of those guys are not registered with the bar.
Mm-hmm.
And technically, you're not supposed to be working on cars unless you have this. And so technically, anybody watching, you're doing your own mobile mechanic business. If you're not like a registered repair shop with the bar, that customer could come back and eventually say like, oh no, like they can not pay you by law, and they don't have to.
They don't have to pay you nothing.
Because you're not a legit business and not a legit repair shop with the bar. So it doesn't cost a lot of money to do that, by the way, and there's not a lot that's required. So if you are thinking about working on cars for a living in that capacity, do it legit, get everything registered, or else that could happen.
And have that person show up and give you the key, make sure you sign something, get an ID. At least so you secure your money.
Yep.
Because regardless of the matter, even if you go to small claims for $200,
how long is that going to take to get? And it's not worth it.
I don't think anybody here is being a Karen. I think you just yourself on that one. It's like, once again, take those steps. It sucks. Awesome price. Trust me, I'm pretty sure you did a good job.
You don't think the guy's being a Karen?
I don't think
not him, the customer.
Oh, the customer. See, because we're not hearing the complaints about the customer. So I can't
So we don't know both sides of the story.
Yeah, we don't know.
That's true.
I don't know.
That's a good point. Semper Fi mechanic. All right, let's check out the next clip.
They're putting this motherfucker back from scratch.
They are. They're doing like a full resto.
Yeah.
Dang, what is this?
Oh, they get those mini cars cut up in pieces and they ship them over there.
What the hell?
And they put them together. That's just bad.
That's wild.
Look at that kid putting that.
I know.
Like a champ.
This one does look like a family.
Excuse me, the other one was a family.
You're right. The other one was a family too. All right.
Oh, that sounds good. No cats. I like that. That kid is just laying it down. That kid is just laying it down.
That's awesome.
It's like putting cars together that just
like a Lego.
Being realistic, they're new. They're new.
Is this one new?
They're new. They come in like in a package, like all stamped together.
Maybe it just
like that.
doesn't look. Maybe because like it's dirty and dusty over there, so it just looks that way.
Yeah, it's kind of.
What?
It's kind of bad.
It is dusty. What the? Come on.
Tell Bobby this is where his Suzuki came from.
And for real, Bob, they made this, and they shipped it over here for you.
We found the video.
No lie, Bob has a nice ass Suzuki.
Yeah.
It looks like it got pieced together like that too. It looks like an Infinity front, Lexus back, Mercedes hood and fenders. But it looks good though. It looks good.
All right, check out that next clip.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
There is something called a line wrench.
That's also true, but there's also called a zip tie.
But why do I gotta come back to it?
I think he got it in there because either it was stripped and he got it in there and he's like, kid, I am not moving this motherfucker line. And if I do, the tool's gonna be right there.
Have you ever done something like this where you just left a tool with the customer? Maybe one that is undisclosed and they don't even know about?
Hell yeah. It's gonna be too hard to take it out again, so
oh my God.
Later, Stool. You were a good one. You were a solid one. I'll catch you later.
Nice knowing ya.
You will fix the whole line again.
I would. Yeah.
You would?
Yeah. I'd reflare it, cut that line off, put a new flare nut on it. I'd say it's harmless fun. Would I do it? No, but I love this for you.
Me like, ooh. Can I get the next clip?
Look at this thing here. That's technology is what that is. What that is. Look at that. Let me screw that in a little. Oh my God. Yeah. What's the suitcase for? That's the coolant expansion tank that has leather belts on it to hold it in place, but it kind of looks like an old traveling suitcase.
Yeah, it's all
It says Merlin, quite proudly. Because it is very much a Merlin engine. Right? Minus supercharger. Minus supercharger, and since there's no supercharger, they had to use the pistons from the tank version of this engine. The Meteor, so that it gives it a higher compression ratio because there's no supercharger. So otherwise, this is a Spitfire engine, no question. And the owner has a spare Merlin engine with a supercharger. As you do. Just sitting around.
We have a spare engine of this.
That's a beast. Honestly, we just lost our mind on that one. I like it though. I like it. It looks like somebody grabbed putty and put a boom.
With leather
the motor
belts?
is just like bam, slam the motor in there. I like that.
Those leather belts are kind of a flex, man. I don't know, man. He's like, yeah, bro. Nice and strapped down. That's all you need.
Question, Harry, would you do something like that?
What, put leather belts on a tank? Yeah, man, yeah. Get some real leather, you know?
Would you drive that, bro?
Oh, man.
So yes.
I think I'd do a drive. Yeah.
I'll drive that.
You gotta try it, yeah.
PSA, just one of these Merlin engines sold for about 44,000 pounds sterling. In 2019, that's about $57,000.
Yeah, this guy bought it. He has two. That's why he's got two of them.
So this engine costs like what, like 60 racks per se, right? Plus fabrication, plus whatever.
Probably restoring it.
And restoring it and getting it into this whatever monstrosity this is.
Yeah.
Oh, so this is like $100,000 bill.
Easy.
Easy.
For all the homies. They're trying to do this.
Okay, got you.
What do they gotta fix in the car? What do they gotta do?
All right, for the two fools, they're gonna do this. Obviously, cut the front end and stretch it out. Right there. That's what you're doing right there. You're supporting the front end, cutting it, moving it forward. Mock up the front end, frame it. Frame it perfect. Obviously, same thing as the other ones. Frame is key. For those two fools that are gonna do it, you need money.
Yeah.
You need money, call me, because I'm down to do that.
I think with all these cars that got plain engines in them, we're gonna fly on over to the next clip.
It's the heart-stopping moment. An enraged driver crashes right into a car dealership.
Whoa! Bro!
Oh! The men inside can't believe what just happened.
Is anybody under the car? No.
What are you gonna get at? What do you think's gonna happen?
I mean,
And here he is, Michael Lee Murray. What on earth were you thinking?
I was just really angry. I spent all my money. I kind of blacked out for a second.
But Michael, in what universe is it okay to do this?
You know, I know I probably shouldn't have done it, but I
Probably?
just hit a breaking point.
why did you do that?
I was really angry.
You know what's really mad?
I feel like he maybe just lost custody of his kids or something. Something really bad just happened.
Not just that, you're buying a used car that is under 5 Gs, right? From a dealer. What do you think is gonna be wrong with it? It's gonna be, there's gonna be problems with it. Like cooling lines, tires, shit like that. That's what I think when I'm buying a $4,000 or $5,000
You're
car.
buying the liability, yeah.
Maybe this young gentleman went with the illusion that the guy told him this car is perfect. The sales rep himself finessed him, right?
Yeah.
Told him everything's perfect, blah blah blah. Oh, you're getting a hell of a deal. Once again, for like $5,000, you know what you're getting into.
You have to be an adult, and you may want to crash in, you may want to hit somebody, but you know, like I tell my 2-year-old daughter when she gets mad because she's getting in that phase where she's like, I'm mad, I want to hit. We can't be that as adults. We have to evolve past that.
Yeah, because that's not going to be a $4,000 fix.
Oh, now he's got to get bailed out. Now he's got to pay for the window. He's got, I'm sure sales homie over here is now going to want to sue for, emotional damage.
Yeah, you didn't win that fight, bro. You didn't win that fight. It sucks, but sometimes we gotta suck it up when we up, especially like something like this.
Yeah.
And it's coming from me, my dude. I understand your face right now. I've been staring at you for the past
I know,
couple minutes.
And you can see the pain on his face.
I feel you. We're doing this together.
Let's emotionally regulate into this next clip. This next clip has some of the commenters calling it staged. So let's take a look and see how it holds up.
I find this one particularly disturbing because of what this guy is about to do with the device.
So this has the characteristics of what we call a relay attack. So he's got what appears to be an antenna or an extender to be able to communicate with the key fob, which was in the house. Now they're able to extend that range. The vehicle thinks it's communicating with the key fob, which was in close proximity, when in fact it was still in the house. They never went into the house, and they're able to start that vehicle.
That is crazy.
I don't know how you get around that. Other than putting your keys in like a Faraday cage or something.
Yeah, that you have to nowadays. You know, when you walk into your house, most people hang their keys immediately on the side, or their coats, or whatever, right? You forget your key in there, whatever. So this person probably sees
this guy doing this over and over, this lady doing it over and over. So as routine, they already know that when they park, especially if you park right in front of your house, they're like, the distance from there to there is not that far. So what that thing does, all it does is amplify the signal, like a clicker of your house. You get it? So all that guy does is notices it, that lady parks or that guy parks and puts his key somewhere or just drops his stuff. And they've been watching him. It sounds creepy, but you guys gotta be careful with that, especially nowadays. Grab your keys, put them far into your room, nowhere where it's close to your car. Or like you said, they sell these little boxes where you can put your key in there to prevent that from happening. Do you have a push start car?
No.
No? All of them are keys?
Yes. And all of them kind of only run a little bit.
Oh, okay, even better. So if your car doesn't run, that's one way to prevent from them stealing your car. So make sure that the projects are always not ever
Also,
done.
manuals get stolen much, much less than an automatic car.
You know what? That's actually pretty true. Why? Imagine a new modern thief gets in there and he's like, "What is this?"
You see, Mazda or Ford, whoever designed this car, put the TCM right on top of the transmission, and it gets a lot of heat saturation from the transmission and the engine, which eventually makes them go bad. Now, I've replaced countless of these TCMs, and all they had to do to prevent this was relocate the TCM somewhere where it got less heat.
Or you could even put like a little
This one
heat
is
layer.
still good, so what we're going to do to prevent it from going bad is relocate the TCM right here under the brake lines. Now, I didn't come up with this, but this is how they tell you to replace these TCMs when they go bad. They want you to zip tie it to the brake line so it gets less heat saturation from the transmission and the engine.
I don't know if zip tying them to the brake lines is like the best idea. Wouldn't it be not that hard to put a little, like they have heat protective material that you can use underneath the TCM that might shield it a little bit better.
That gold stuff.
We get a lot of movement because the brake lines, even though they're hard lines, they're still going to get a little bit of bouncy. I don't know. I'd be worried a little bit about that. If it was me, I'd probably just put like a little protective layer in between the trans and the TCM. What do you think?
If it was me, I'll put a little ice box.
An ice box,
Yeah,
water cooled.
I'll make an ice box right there.
A TCM is a transmission control module. Any type of control module is going to work roughly the same, where you have inputs, processing, and outputs. So we have inputs like sensors that are going to tell the control module what's going on. Think of them as like little tattletales. They're saying what position something is in, whatever information that transmission control module needs to know in order to make sure you're in the right gear or to make sure whatever else is going on electronically inside the transmission needs to happen. In order for me to walk forward as a little tiny human, I need my eyes and my smell and my hearing, right, to be able to kind of know where I'm at and see things. That's what inputs are to your control module. So the control module can say, you know what, okay, this is what we need to do, and I'm going to actuate this solenoid or whatever, this motor, this actuator, whatever that might be.
If Mazda's already saying like, hey, you know what, if you're gonna replace it, locate it over here, at what point do you call this a recall?
You know, I think it's usually based off of the manufacturer determining, is this going to cost us more in lawsuits or more in warranty repairs? And whichever one is cheaper, they end up going that route. If they end up spending a boatload in lawsuits, they're going to say like, okay, you know, we'll spend the money in warranty repairs, we'll call it a recall. But if they're willing to pay out whatever lawsuit's available, they'll ride it out, I think. There's not any really laws that I think are going to determine this.
To me, it would be like a recall. If you're saying it's gonna be making my transmission slip, miss gears.
Look how old it is,
Yeah.
though. You think this thing's still within warranty? That's
You're
all they
right.
care about, right? Outside of
Yeah.
warranty, cha-ching.
Gotcha,
Everything's
gotcha.
planned obsolescence.
I think everything is.
Everything is, right? They want to make their money.
Yep.
I think, listen,
Seals
we
give
come
out a
from a
certain
time,
time.
remember back in the day, you know, you look at, we're different, right? Because we're in the trades itself. But like you look at maybe our fathers and our grandfathers' generation, most people did maintenance on their own. Most people didn't go places until it was something bigger.
You'll go outside and
You
you'll
took
see
care of your
everybody
stuff.
working on their car.
Everybody's just taking care of their stuff. They're
Yeah.
maintaining their stuff. You worked on your own fridge. You worked on your own washing
Yeah.
machine, you know? But we've gone away from that because it's much more lucrative for you to buy a new washing machine, for you to pay a dealer tech to come in and fix the car, for you to buy a new car.
Probably they plotted it out so it could come back and they make their dough.
I don't know if they necessarily plotted out, but I definitely think they didn't care at all.
Yeah.
So yeah, whatever, cool. Makes it past warranty, sick, we're good.
Engineers. It's your fault.
We know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. He's clip.
Excelsior! This is a real race car that has one of the greatest stories in NASCAR history ever. The car belonged to Smokey Yunick, one of NASCAR's all-time great personalities and cheaters. I mean, interpreter of the rules. So when it came time to building his Chevelle for the Daytona 500, he used just about every trick he could. The rules of the day allowed teams to use frames from other manufacturers, so Smokey, well, he built his own. Except he took his to a whole nother level. He offsetted as much of the weight as possible, including the driver. He also made the thing as light as possible, and when the car came in 100 pounds under the minimum weight requirement, well, he put the weight back in on the left-hand side of the car. This was all in an attempt to make the car go around the Daytona corners better. So naturally the car was inspected prior to the 500. One of these inspections was removing the fuel tank. Smokey had a bit of a reputation at this point. So the officials came back to Smokey and told him of his violation. Smokey was pissed. He got in the car, started it up, said add another one to the list, and drove off without a fuel tank. Turns out the car had an 11-foot long, 2-inch wide fuel line that in and of itself could hold another 2-ish gallons of fuel.
That clever guy.
That's the point right there. Did the rule book say that you couldn't have a large fuel line?
Didn't say it.
If it didn't say it, then
you're not breaking the rules. There was no rule against it.
You need to stop calling him a cheater. This is
innovation.
You're just taking it. You got to have a fuel line. It doesn't say how big it has to be. So, you know, I wonder how far he made it on that fuel line.
When they're saying that you can make your own frame, what do you expect?
Yeah.
If, come on, what do you think people are gonna do?
Yeah.
Put some respect on Smokey's name.
Yeah. You know there's a rule now.
No, I mean, for sure.
My friends point out, he said one time that the top honor in motorsports is when you have a rule.
That's
because
from you.
of you.
So let's innovate into that next clip. Oh, I love those. The wagon vans.
Believe it or not, you are looking at an early 90s Honda Civic wagon, and it has some wild modifications.
Hell, this one's dope. I don't know if I've seen one of those, though.
Elephant in the room, which is the massive wheel and tire setup on this. 32-inch tall tires and suspension.
Those are pretty thin for how big those tires are, too.
Acura MDX under here. All of the subframes have
rusted
been
shit,
swapped
too.
out. Even the engine has been swapped out. So we're basically looking at an Acura
The J?
MDX with a Civic body.
That's super sick. I like it. And with that engine, too, that thing probably rips.
It boogies.
Yeah.
It boogies. I tried doing that I own the K truck and I tried to do it. I tried to go up and, well, my math was so f***ing wrong. Like that was going up and the wheel was like going like this. And I'm like, wait, what's going on? And then I tried to drive it and then for some reason it just said f*** you, boop, to the side. My wheels broke. I started thinking about life. I'm like, what am I doing?
How have I reached this point in my life where...
And then my kids look at me like, what are you doing? I'm like, leave me alone. Leave
Don't
me
question
alone.
me.
Don't. Did you ever question your dad? Since you're f***ing tall, Aiden, look up at me. Don't look down at me. He's tall as
That's gonna be my daughter. I'm gonna tell her when she's because she's gonna be much taller.
You see, like,
don't you ever.
But that's tight though. Like you see, like this.
Yeah.
And you're gonna see what I do to
You
my
know,
car.
I'm excited. It's gonna be sick.
Yeah. Stay tuned for my build.
Isn't that so cool? Like the versatility of Honda. You got a wagon van that's like full-on Baja vehicle and
Raise them, slam them, VIP them, whatever you want.
Whatever you want.
Whatever
There's
you
no
want.
wrong answer.
Maybe 24.
Even you know, okay,
Maybe
all right.
24s.
Let's be reasonable here.
Okay.
All right, that's outrageous.
Hey, they're low riders.
I was just gonna say that. The low, like you got the wire wheels on.
Everything. Hondas. Next clip.
Experience the future of premium mobility
Wow,
for
the
an
future
active lifestyle.
is sunglasses
Enhanced
and a
by
golf
augmented
bag.
reality, focused on you.
Why is she dressed for tennis and carrying a golf bag?
Elegant. Human-centric.
Oh, look at that.
Dick, did that just go like, come to me? Stop it. I was so rocked that
Just pause it for a second. Concept vehicle zone, vehicle not for sale. The augmented reality, this is not, no, insure copy. The hell?
So this is all bull. But I'm no lie, like somebody bring me those glasses. Come to daddy. Park right there. D-bag. Stay.
Personalized concierge services. Not just a means of transportation,
Commencing tutorial.
but a partner on your journey.
Oh, Jesus.
Consider it practical and comfortable.
Temperature.
You guys.
I got to say this. This virtual reality thing is really good. And they had virtual reality that good, you wouldn't need to go there. You could just sit in your living room and be in Belgium.
You could do that right now.
That's true.
You know what? Just go play some GTA. VR. That's it. You're rolling. Bob, I know you're a gamer designer too.
Yes, I'm the OFG.
Okay,
the official OFG. They can put up in the thing. But I'm the OFG.
How high were you, Bob, when you were designing this?
Oh, I'm 5'8".
There you go. He was up there.
Let's say there's a number of these cars, these VR goggles. Let's say you get in the car and let's say you got an Audi like this, and then let's say you've got the company formerly known as Nissan, that's now known as Honda. Let's say you've got a Honda VR thing, and you get into your Audi. Maybe they're not compatible. You're like VHS and Beta, right?
Yeah.
Ooh, that could be bad. I turned left and the car is going right. What's going on here?
You're now into the ocean. You forgot to upgrade.
You never can tell what's coming in the future.
Do you know what's in the future? This next clip.
Okay.
I seen this.
Oh yeah, I have seen this. I like that.
It's a
I think
solid
that's
one.
cool.
It's a
No,
solid
for
one.
sure. One, it helps us save an extra step, but two, sometimes you really only have the one point, and you use the jack to jack it up, and now I don't have a place to put my jack stand. So this is kind of handy for that.
So we do have.
We have.
Oh my God, we could afford that?
I would like to check this out in the garage. What do you think?
No.
No.
No, I don't want to.
All right, I'll go by myself.
We're gonna try this piece out. See if it really works.
All right, how high are you trying to get this?
I don't know how high is that thing. Oh, I thought the thing was higher.
It doesn't go that far.
Sorry.
So now Sandro would just get out of the car and work on it, but I don't want him to get hurt. So we're gonna use our handy dandy jack rod to make sure that this doesn't fail. So for anybody watching, you never, ever, ever want to jack up a vehicle with a hydraulic jack and then get underneath it and work it. Thousands of people in this country die every year from exactly that jack failure. This has a hydraulic system inside, so it uses fluid, so a person my size can lift a 4,000 pound, 3,000 pound car. But the problem is any system with fluid inside has seals. Those seals can fail, and this can come dropping down on you, smashing you like a pancake. So we're gonna test out this little handy dandy jack rod. What this is gonna do is it's gonna put a mechanical lock between where the jack is in place on the vehicle and the bottom of the jack. So even if there is a hydraulic failure, this is gonna hold it in place. And Sandro's got it jacked all the way up to heaven here, so we'll see how far it goes.
Notice how she got under the car.
I listen to put this.
Okay, I'm just playing. I'm playing.
Let's go ahead and maybe like lower it and see how it's. That sounds pretty solid.
It's locked in there.
That's locked in. That sucker ain't going anywhere. I say it's safe. I'd get under it. This is a Civic. You are going to be limited with a little bit of height. If it's a lifted vehicle, you probably won't be able to get it locked up too much higher than what it is right now. But I like this a lot because we want to make it as convenient as possible for people to do safe work, because they're going to be like, oh, I'm just going to do this really quick oil change. I'm just going to jack this up. Boom, dead. I think this is a game changer. I really like this. I would purchase one.
Yeah, game changer for sure. These Karen videos are like
triggering, man.
They trigger you pretty bad.
And I know they didn't do a proper walk around, so looks like I'm gonna go ahead and give me a couple of free rims. Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that because he didn't do a walk around. So yeah.
Your oil change is complete. Vehicle's all washed up. Any questions?
No, I'm gonna just do a quick walk around. Is that okay?
No problem.
Yeah. What is this right here? This was not there before. You guys did an oil change? You guys rotated the tires? Anything like that? Yeah. No. I think you're gonna have to get your manager on that one. Yeah. I knew to come to that spot because that side is always favorable. I need you to go get your manager. Yeah.
You knew to come to that spot for another reason.
So you know what? Okay. I'm gonna expect. You know what? Let me check my other wheel. Yeah, because not only do I want one free wheel, I think I want all 4 free wheels.
Okay.
All of them for free.
Okay, let me go ahead and get my management.
You know what? I appreciate that.
Yeah, not a problem.
Thank you.
A lot of dealerships are going to something like My Karma or something where they're doing video walkarounds and honestly that's the best because there's no, you can't evade a video or a picture of stuff, but man, this happens so much.
It's really
a common thing. These customers, some of these customers are there to like, they're out for blood.
And they
They're
come
out for
with the
blood.
intention.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
hoping that you do
You
something.
fuck up, you
like that.
slip.
Yeah, 100%.
And as soon as they see that slip, they pop
I
off.
got you. I got
They
you.
got you. They
It's
got
their,
you.
It's their hustle. I'd say some people make even a career of it.
Imagine you're taking pictures. If a customer comes in for a $10 patch, which they're not $10, they're $40. But say you go into to repair a tire, and he's coming with a BMW 8 Series, and he's like, oh, my rim's worth like 2 G's, $40 patch, and you're over there taking pictures of it, doing all this shit. At least advise them. I mean, don't get me wrong, like it looks weird when you're doing a walk around for $40, but some of
But
these
it's gonna
fools,
save you 2 G's for
you know
a
what,
wheel
you're
or
right.
whatever.
You know what, you're
know?
right. Yeah, so she's right. Go with your phone, walk around, take a
have
picture
to.
of him, be
You
like,
have to.
fool, your hair looks like shit too, dude, just in case you think I
get
f***ed
on
your hair.
record.
Yeah, we got on record. Black and white. Next clip. Something light.
Dang. That dude's a beast. And he's like lifting it over too. You know, one of my old coworkers, we were trying to get an axle nut off of like an EF Civic. And my coworker, he's just like a big, strong guy. We had one of those long, half-inch, beefy Matco breaker bars. He didn't put a cheater bar on it or anything, and he went to go loosen it, and he broke the breaker bar, like the head. And it was so funny, because when we went to go warranty it on the truck, the guy's like, I'm not gonna warranty this, you put a cheater on that. And I was like, bro, I watched it. This fool broke it with his damn bare hands.
I think the most impressive thing was me. Well, this was when I was a heavy stack. I was
Heavy stack.
I was a heavy stack, 465. That's what I was at,
Dang.
465. We're trying to put my, what was it? I think it was a GSR, into my Civic, and we didn't have a hoist. And I was like, look, let's just get it over, and then we'll just strap it down, and I'll curl this motherfucker up.
Oh my God.
And I'll bring it down. So I'm standing on top of the car like this, on the strut towers.
Dang.
I'm like, we grab it till we're close. I curl that up, and I was like, all right, you guys know where this motherfucker's gonna go? And they're just looking at me like, fool, bring it down, bring it down. I'm like, well, this is like the safe spot, you know?
But
So I'm curling it down like this, and I'm like, and then I lay it in there. I'm like, do you just get it? They're like,
fully assembled GSR.
and then the homie goes like,
We're not ready.
We're
I
not
don't have
ready.
the bolt. I don't have the bolt.
I'm like, put the motor out, because I was gonna go forward.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I was
For
gone.
sure.
I was gone.
At
I
some
was
level,
gone.
there's a certain level of balance. Like you can't, the weight's gonna be offset.
And then he got that one bolt, and I let go because I get the other one.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
I was like, nah, I'm not that strong.
Damn, that's crazy.
I was about to roll over.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
That was pretty solid.
Yeah.
I can't do that again.
I could never.
Memories.
I could never have done that.
I want to do that again. Me and my brother used to grab 24-inch rims and with one hand put them on the cars.
Dang.
And my brother is like 5'4", 5'3", and he used to keep up.
Dang, that's pretty good.
I used to tell him it's gravity though. Like,
It's lower
see, I'm
center
like, you're so
gravity.
tiny,
Yeah.
dig. It's like you don't have to
Doesn't have to pick things up.
You know, you're just like that.
Fall. If I had some big wheels, I had a strategy where I would lay the tire down on my knees, and then I would pivot it on my knees up forward, and then I would just kind of like clean it up to get it up. And that's like, that strategy worked no matter how big the tire. I mean, obviously I can't, like there's a limit,
Yeah.
but that helped a lot. And I always teach it to my short kings and queens, because I'm like, this is how you get it done. You can still get it done. You just kind of have to try to find a new strategy.
But you do you do f up your back. Now, if you do it for the gram, like if this guy was just doing it for the gram, that's pretty
I think he was, because you see all everybody's faces like,
oh my God.
Let's look at that next clip. Oh, come on. What is this, a Harley person?
That reminds me of my father-in-law.
Chromed out?
Yeah. He got his RAV4.
Oh, God.
And he chromed the shit out of the bumper or some shit.
Hey, oh my God.
There's more?
No, what? Doesn't end. Just keep going. You're gonna need sunglasses driving next to this guy.
So I saw a car that was chromed down, right? And the reflection of that shit was
Yeah, yeah.
crazy.
Oh my God, I can't. That's what they're going for. They see people like blinded, like, and they're like, yeah, that's
got
right.
you.
That's right. You see that? That's me.
Can you go into the history of Chrome? Like why like no. Let me reword this. Can you go into like why chrome is now like kind of seen as tacky?
For these people that don't know, she's not that boring.
Oh my!
It's just the guy.
It's just
the guy in the back, the boss, is going like, can you break down how f***ing chrome is made and who invented that shit?
You know what? I'm constantly in the middle.
Chrome.
Mike's telling me I want the history of chrome. Sandro's telling me shut the f up.
You're boring.
What do you want from me? Chrome used to be cool. It used to be like a classy thing that you'd see on old cars or Harleys. It was like, oh dang, that's clean. That's like you got a little bit of shine there. But then, like anything, it gets trendy, and then people go over the top, and they don't know when that line of classy meets tacky is, and they go well past that.
Sometimes a little bit is a lot. It's like when you're putting carbon fiber. At one point though,
The whole car becomes
carbon fiber.
You got to put a line in the sand and say, you know what, this is enough. That's enough chrome. Your friends should be telling you, listen, that's enough.
Let them keep going.
That's enough. You don't need this. The Riz, you went past it. No more Riz. It's on. There's a slope, Riz, and down slope. No more Riz.
Can we also talk about a safety thing of like all these stick-ons, like how stick-on are they really?
You know, that's a good point. Double-sided tape only lasts so long.
And with the heat,
At some
chrome's just
like
melting.
on the freeway, it would be you driving in the Civic and some fool's chrome panel comes and he's. I'm sorry.
She's destroyed my car.
It's not me.
She blew my engine when I was coming back from the show.
Yeah.
I was talking shit about her, and then my hood pops up. Right now, you know what? I'm not even gonna say nothing. Your car is the fastest.
Don't drive behind anybody with chrome panels. I'm just saying.
If I have some chrome in my car from somebody else,
I swear to God,
I'm sending you the bill. I don't give a That's too much. So to me, it's danger to society. It just looks ugly.
I think it's too much. But I do think this double-sided tape at some point in time
It's gonna melt
is gonna melt off, and you're gonna have panels flying off, hitting Sandro's Civic.
Hell no.
Okay, so just take it easy, all right?
Let's shine on to the next clip.
Icy windshield season. Oh my gosh, here we go. Okay, what are you doing? Oh my God. R.I.P. to the paint and the plastics.
No. I'm so down to do it, but
I know.
What's the
it
point
looks
of it?
like fun, like in the moment, until your windshield wipers melt
And your car's on fire.
Your car's on fire.
But it's a Kia.
It's a Kia, so you don't care.
I know Michael's gonna ask you, can you tell us how fire was invented? And also,
Oh my God.
also, the steps that you will take to turn this fire off, and what type of liquid he's using, and what lines he's using so it doesn't explode.
You know-
And wait, is he using the stock switch? Is he doing a relay, a breaker? Wait. Is there a circuit breaker behind all this? One more. Is there any effect to the glass? And what's the melting point of the windshield? That's it.
All right.
From there,
That's it.
that's it.
You know what? Like we said, it's a Kia. So whatever happens, car blows up, no big deal. What are your thoughts?
Fun.
Just good old-fashioned family fun?
Fun.
You know what? I think it's fun too.
You don't want to explain the melting point of the glass? No? Okay.
No, actually, I think this
Yeah.
is just fun.
I like that for you.
The hoes love this.
The hoes love this.
For you.
It's for the hoes. For the boys.
For the hoes.
And then it could be like a coolant hose. For the hose.
Oh, I like this.
Oh, yeah.
I like this.
Where are the wheels?
Yeah. That's cool. That is so cool. They give you everything you need. That's why it's called a crate engine.
Damn.
It literally comes
Yeah, look at the fuel tank.
packed with everything in there. All you need to make this car work.
That's sick.
That is cool. The computer,
Cleveland power.
brake, fuel, shift linkage, throttle body, gauges, steering wheel, everything. Just put some wheels on that and it'll be a crate car. And that's just to show you that when they send you a crate engine, they'll tell you it's start on. So like there's no ifs, ands, or buts. Like this is what you're getting. You're gonna pay for this, something like this, maybe like anywhere from like 25,000 to like 30,000. Like here's a whole car. You do what you need to do after that. And you can't bullshit them telling me, you know what, it didn't work. They'll be like, look, we tested it before it left. It got there perfect. Only if like UPS or FedEx decide to throw this shit around, then you have a problem. What is that, a Hemi?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're looking at 400 plus horsepower right there.
You ever ordered anything like this?
I wish.
Me too.
I wish.
Me too.
You know what the most we've ordered? We've ordered new motors from Mercedes. They don't come like this where you're gonna start them. We never actually got one like this.
Trying to see that next clip.
In this next clip, the mechanic suspects that the customer's trying to set them up. Let's take a look.
The things you see when you work on a customer's vehicle. Here for a flat repair. Oh look, conveniently $1 laying on the floor. And they want their spare tire swapped out for their flat tire because I guess they don't want to pay the money to get the tire fixed. So you come back here to get the spare. Shit, they don't have a spare. They have a tire inflator.
Oh.
And it's like, oh, whoa, what's this? Oh,
$1.
No, what is it, a fucking strip club?
It's ridiculous.
A mechanic strip club.
You know what? In fact, I'll do one better for you.
That's gangster. You know you got that
Yeah,
20.
right?
You know you would pick it up. Keep recording. Keep recording. Keep recording.
That was more
keep
than
recording.
120 too. That was a
Stop
stack.
it.
That's crazy. Yeah, I've seen some crazy stuff in customers' car. I saw a gun once. That was and it was where was that?
You're
It was
like-
under the seat. I was like, oh,
You don't need
just
that.
put that back right there.
You load it up. It's pretty good. It's a nice line. All right, let me put it back though.
Wreck it, yeah.
Take a couple of shots, like. Bah, 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 bah. I could tell you.
Test it out.
I could tell you lubricated this bad boy. It's good. The bullet shoots up, and you're like this, like caught it. All right,
Yeah.
we're good.
Wipe
All
my
right.
fingerprints off it.
What you see here are stainless steel bollards that will survive a 25 mile per hour impact with a 5,000 pound vehicle. I figure it's hard to get going 25 miles per hour when the bollard is only 2 feet from your bumper. When not in use, these bollards sit flush in the ground and when extended, stand like 42-inch tall stainless steel soldiers.
All of this is cool. Everything works. But you know what would be the best thing you could do? You get a Chihuahua. So this guy got really creative. And look, and he lives in a nice area. I think his issue is mainly they break into his windows, like he was saying. That's what they do. They're probably not even taking the car. They're just breaking into his stuff. Why? Because he probably has bags, his wife leaves bags, or they leave eye candy out there. Make sure that you don't leave nothing that is like intriguing for somebody to break into your car.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
It just is what it is.
Get a Chihuahua.
I'm trying to jack the car. I'm like, how the f***? What a picture of that, bro? Every f***.
It looks like you got a little pad, a Dodge Hornet.
Everything is plastic.
He's got. It looks like he had a little jack point up front there.
1, 2, 3, 4. I gotta take push pins out just to jack the car up.
Yeah, that's annoying.
But you see, they spend that money on that bullshit. They should have spent their money on something else.
I think what they're trying to do with these underplastics is, they're trying to get more mileage, gas per miles per gallon.
Oh, come on.
I think that's what it is.
For real?
Listen, if it's my car, I'm keeping them off. I'm not putting them back on.
I'm taking everything
Just straight
off.
the hell off. That's bullshit. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm not for it. Dodge, please don't do things like this.
And throughout my life of working on cars, I've seen so many different jack points that I f***ed up.
Oh my God.
Takes the side skirt, takes the door panel or the door or the fender, and over there you're looking at the customer like, this was a $30 job. I just owe you
I
like
wasn't even making money on
a couple $1,000 already.
Oh my God.
This engineer, right?
Yeah, I think this is horrible.
They overthought about it, just
I
covering
think just the small 4 jack points they could have left
Kill it.
open. I don't think
forget
that would
about
have
us,
affected our
right?
gas mileage
Don't
that
forget,
bad.
yeah, don't forget about us. We're working on your junks. Come on.
Fixing your mistakes.
Yeah.
Next clip.
I just bought this Lamborghini Urus for my girlfriend. And it was cheap, obviously. Oh, the body's come on.
Well, it's not that cheap.
I really don't think it's gonna work, but if it turns over, it's a good sign.
Oh wow.
Hey.
It turned on.
Okay.
You would figure
Two
it has
screwed
a
up
pyro
everything
fuse.
else.
It wouldn't start.
I am happy with that. Look at the lines.
That's pretty cool. Listen,
If you got fucking money, this is cool.
how much do you think you spent? I don't know how much you spent when you bought it. That thing is pretty totaled. Like,
Easy, like 50 racks.
you think? Do we know?
I'm some low budget shit, 50 racks. Because somebody must have said it still starts, right?
Maybe bought it off of somebody. I don't know.
Ran up on that point, like, hey.
How much?
Google says 116,000 on replacement parts from Lambo alone, and then an additional 25K on other components, bringing the total to $141,000.
Whoa. So even if you got it for free, he could have just bought a new one? How much is a new Urus?
Oh, like a lot? Like maybe like 3?
242.
Total?
You're saving 100.
Yeah, good buy.
A guy that has money would not buy
He's
this.
not gonna buy that.
He's gonna be like, it got f***ed up. Like, why would I buy a crash one? Maybe if he says I'm selling it for 100, I understand. But if the car is 250 and somebody's gonna buy it for 160, say he's gonna make some profit for like 200 for 50 racks more, I'd rather just buy it brand new.
Yeah, and not deal with the headache.
Yeah, not deal with it. Oh, you know what? You did this wrong, or this is still wrong, or whatever. You know.
But how much content? I mean, how much money is he gonna get from content from this?
Well, because you're balling. That doesn't matter.
Balling from this content.
Yeah, he's balling. He's balling. This whoever the he is, he has money.
This is what like YouTube has come to, though. I feel like with the builds, like
I'm still thinking about
like it just keeps getting more and more and more. It's like people who got into skateboarding in the 70s versus people getting into skateboarding now.
Oh,
like
yeah.
you can't.
Right now you
you're
gotta
gonna
fly.
learn how to fly.
Right now you gotta fly. You're right. Right?
Before you could just like do a handstand on a skateboard and you're chilling.
You're chilling.
Like,
Sit on the skateboard. And you're there was
oh my god.
Now if you don't fly over a car,
Nobody
and
cares.
ollie,
Yeah.
and then jump over a building at the same time.
Same with the
Nobody
YouTube
gives a
builds. Everybody's desensitized. Where do you go from here? So what's the craziest like rest or rebuild that you've seen?
We repaired a Rolls Royce. It was just super expensive. Me, as a guy that likes to fabricate, watching some of these brackets, price-wise, made no sense. The radiator support, I want to say it was like 15,000. And when I saw it in my hands, it was just some fucking square tubing of aluminum just put together.
When you're just like, I could.
And I was like, I could have done this myself.
Yeah, but I mean, you can't make it if you don't know what it's supposed to like look like. I guess.
But no, after I saw it,
if you saw it, you're
after
probably
I saw
like,
it, I was looking at it, I was like, flat plate.
You probably could make some of those, put that on the aftermarket.
You know, that's what I was really thinking about that.
Yeah.
But then who the crashes a Rolls Royce all the time?
Not all the time, but
And
you
then-
could sell it for half price and only sell a few of them, still make decent money on how much time you'd have invested in making that. So watch out, Rolls Royce. Sandra's coming for you.
So that's why when I see something like this and then you're gonna buy it, maybe save 100 grand or 50 racks. 50 racks makes no sense. 100 grand makes
Yeah.
sense.
And maybe it's for
And
a
then you
lady
get
to
content,
drive
and
and
you
you
get
get content.
You even gave us content.
Yeah. That gift that keeps on giving. Like this next clip.
Did you know an ordinary photographer caught McLaren cheating in F1? Because in 1997, McLaren was dominating the sport, and people were confused on how they got so good. That was until photographer Darren Heath noticed something weird in his photos. The brakes for
Straight
McLaren
up
glowed
snitch.
when going around turns. During the next race, both McLarens were retired, and Heath was able to take a closer look inside the cockpits. That's when he snapped this infamous photo showing McLaren had another brake that only braked one of the rear wheels, making a difference in torque on the car and easier for drivers to fly through corners. Once they were caught, McLaren had to pay $1 million in fines.
Nothing in F1 dollars. That's like Monopoly money.
Yeah.
That's insane. How did they pass tech like that?
Maybe they thought it was a manual. It was a clutch pedal.
I'm flabbergasted. McLaren paid somebody off. How did you pass tech like that? They have to look at that. Can you explain why braking in one wheel might be advantageous for F1?
If you drag one side, it's gonna start to turn the car
Right,
in.
right.
You turn the wheel and cut one
It's
brake.
going to allow you to pitch
Yeah,
a lot
I would-
faster,
yeah.
perhaps. That's
like,
what
man,
my
that thing
thought
really
is.
turns. That
Why is they just turn so much better than everybody else?
Yeah.
That's cool. You know what? Good for you, McLaren.
Hats off.
I can sense his presence.
The ghost of Smokey
The
Eunuch.
ghost of Smokey Eunuch is here. Boom! Gonna break into that next clip.
Oh yeah, good old boys right there.
Woohoo! Yeehaw! So back Back in my day, we just used to get trays from the McDonald's and put them on the back tires and pull the e-brake and spin around, you know? If you want to do fun, sick, like, you know, donuts where you're flipping it or whipping it, you got to get the rear end out. And if on a rear-wheel drive car, you can do that. But on a front-wheel drive car, the wheels are just hanging out for the ride. So what a lot of people do, friends of friends, definitely not myself, is you get trays such as fast food trays or cookie sheets. You drive the rear wheels over those, you pull the parking brakes so they don't roll out, and now you drive with the front wheel and you can turn the wheel and whip it, and you can get pretty fast. I've heard you can get pretty fast until the plastic wears out in the trays, and then you gotta put new trays underneath. That's what I've heard. I've just seen videos.
Just put oil on the back tires and the front tires and just go crash.
Yeah. It's good advice for the kids out there.
Yeah, have fun.
Let's slide into that next clip.
You join us in central London for our first look at the radically styled Peugeot Inception concept, a 671 brake horsepower mission of intent.
Did he say 671?
Exactly
Yeah,
what
he
the
did.
first
Sure
future
sounded like it.
electric cars are going to look like. All of Peugeot's biggest, fastest, most luxurious EVs launching over the next few years will be based on the exact
Hang
same
on, I gotta pause
STLA
that.
platform.
Go back just a bit.
as this.
I have never seen the word Peugeot used with biggest, fastest, or luxurious before. I've never ever seen that. That's quite impressive on by itself.
Okay. What's Wait a minute. What's he got going on there? Is that a torque wrench?
Guess
Okay,
what?
What?
We actually have one.
No way!
If you look under your chair.
Shut the mic.
Magic.
What? I feel like I'm on Oprah right now. Thank you, Oprah. It's just a clicky arm. Dang! That's a lot larger than any drive I've got in the toolbox. Okay, I see that's why he's got the step-down converter on there. But this is definitely...
But look at what he's working with back there.
Oh, he's working on the big stuff. That's
he's working
why.
with the big boys. This is
You
the
guys
big
got
boy
like
tools.
the 3/4 and the 1-inch drive.
We don't get to
shit.
touch that much this stuff.
We don't. No. We're
No.
light duty.
Yeah.
Dang, you hear that?
Hear that?
That's like when you're going up on a roller coaster. That's how heavy duty it is.
Hold on. You're like, you know what I like mainly about it, besides that you found it under your chair, is that
The
it's
adjustability.
like, yeah, because watch, normally like let's just say you're here, but you need more power, you'll put a tube right here, right?
Right.
But
you
now
got
you
the
don't.
cheater bar.
No.
You don't need it.
No, you
Cheater
don't.
built in.
Bam.
I like because
it.
we always have to grab the jack handle. Always.
Now you don't lose the jack handle, and then he's like, just in case somebody gets mad at you. You don't like my price?
No.
All right, we're good.
We're okay. Okay.
Then we're good. Smell it's heavy.
I know that thing's beefy. That's definitely a weapon.
I don't know if you ever saw the movie Blade. When he tells them, he's like, this is kind of heavy. And then Whistler tells him, but you're so big. Blade, one of the best movies. Wesley Snipes, you're the best.
Yeah, shout out to Wesley Snipes.
You're the
That was an
best. You're the
excellent
best
movie.
Blade
It's a really good
in the
movie.
world. MCU misses you.
There's only ever going to be one Blade.
I think that this is a game changer. I would like one of maybe like a 1/2-inch drive.
I like it.
I like it. I think it's
It's a
super
game
cool.
changer.
My car's literally broken down. It's not driving.
Right, you should really be here. I'm sorry, you'll need to move.
Yeah, but I can't move the car.
Why are you in the first place?
I was driving and then it broken down. I'm not necessarily.
We
here
got
on
that.
purpose,
I
but I'm
got
not even,
that.
like, really
Oh
outside
my
the
God, that
house.
just reminded me when I got that.
My boyfriend's gonna be coming any minute.
Your boyfriend?
Yeah, my boyfriend. He's Alan.
Alan.
What is this, Alan?
What's the problem? Oh, buddy, my car is broken down. She says.
Well,
Yeah,
Just press the button, see if it starts.
Hello?
Don't encourage him.
It's broken down. It's broken down.
He's talking rubbish, Alan. He's talking rubbish.
Why should not believe him?
It's your house. It's not his house.
Ow. He's not Ow. Yeah, little boy Ow.
Can you stick up for me, please?
Oh
I've not done
my
anything.
gosh. Red flag. She does not need to be your girlfriend anymore. This chick is crazy.
Similar we broke down, and we were in Melrose, right? We broke down on my EG, and I couldn't move it, right? So we push it to the side, and I'm like, we'll just try to go to a payphone and call somebody, to help us out. It's pretty old story, yeah. So let's go to the payphone and call somebody, right? Because, back in the days, the cell phones, they had minutes, so I think I ran out of minutes or some shit like that, right? So that's fucking, so I'm like, let's call somebody to pick us up. This lady walks out of nowhere, and she just walks up to us, and she's like, you guys can't park right here. And I'm like, oh, no, I said, my car broke down. And she's like, but you guys, like, right here, you guys can't park. And I'm like, okay, but I can't.
Park.
I'm like, it's either I keep going up the hill, I can't. And then down, it's like, wait, there's no parking, right? It's all red. This is the only spot that's like, and she's like, no, you can't park right here. And I was like, oh, okay. So I just, we just ignored her. We walked away from her because I was like, I'm not going to start.
You can't do
Two Hispanics. And this lady looks like she has money, and I'm like, I'm about to get my shit towed, and I'm gonna go to jail. So I'm not starting shit with her, right? We finally get a tow truck. He's like, I'll be there like in an hour and a half. And I'm like, all right, cool. I give him the idea where I'm at, and he's like, all right, cool. So I'm like, we stay there. Everybody in that block came out. Everybody in that block. They're like, what are you doing here?
What
and
the
I was like,
hell?
my car broke down. And I said, I'm like, you guys never seen a Hispanic outside? Or like, are you guys used to me cutting grass? Or what? Like,
I don't understand that kind of behavior. It just doesn't make any sense.
And some people, it's because some people.
This bothers me, and you need to do what I want you to do. Like, listen, somebody's clearly down and out. The least you can do is have a little patience.
They don't care. Like, some people get mad.
They're in their own bubble.
They're in a car accident. In front of the shop, they're like at a car accident, and people are passing by on, get the fuck out the way, get the fuck out the way. And I'm looking at them like, wow, that fool's like fucked up.
And they don't even care.
They're like, get out the way.
Sad. That's
Get
sad.
out the way. You're blocking the road. Don't you know how to do it? Park on the side.
Oh my God.
Exchange.
The humanity.
The bus driver passes by like, bah, bah. I'm like, wow, my dude. Wow.
This is LA though, dude. I don't know. I feel like there's more mean people out here.
I felt like she was looking at me.
Right
that
now,
was
she's
me.
staring
That
at
was
you
really
right now. Headlight restoration.
The right way.
So it's unsealing.
Yeah.
Normally we put it in like an oven or something, right?
I done it like that. And
I actually need to do that on the Civic headlights. The SIR headlight, one of them separated.
Let's do it. I'll help you.
Dang.
I'll be sketchy on that.
I know.
You know why? Because that shot it off on me.
Yeah.
I
had a student that shot a valve out in one of the wire wheel grinders I have.
I always tell everybody, I could polish out your chain. I was polishing out my homeboy's chain, that slapped me in the face.
That's good.
I was like,
dang. No, it looks clean.
I tried that, but it didn't work for me.
That one time I tried to cut my own hair.
The headlight looked like this. Like, what the
Have you ever fixed a housing like this?
I've never pulled. I've seen it.
Housing.
I've never done it. I'm sure. Yeah, I was just gonna say. I know Sandra's done it.
I done it.
I
did
have
it.
to.
Before it became a thing.
Before it was cool.
Before people were like, oh yeah, put it in this expensive ass oven, which is just a regular oven. To take off the silicone or the seal that has around it, you have to heat it. I was going with the heat gun around and around and around. I was like, this doesn't come off. I was going here, and then this part would cool down. By the time I was over here, and I'm like, this part is coming out. I'm like, so I was just going back and forth like this. I'm like, what the going on? Yeah. So then I got the torch, and I went too deep, and then I made a hole on it, and then I patched it. The headlight looked like but it was cleaner though.
It was cleaner.
It was cleaner.
That's it. Step in the
When
right
it rained,
direction.
it sucked ass though.
Oh, yeah.
When it rained, you know what happens. All the moisture got in there, and it looked like and I look at it, I was like,
and you got one black eye.
yeah, I'm like, I'm not doing that again.
So I've got here a 2018 F-150, and this thing's got the 2.7 liter V6. And of course, we're replacing an engine oil pan on this thing because they always leak, and they're one-time use pans, so you gotta buy a new pan every time you remove the old one. But check out this crazy thing right here. So we've got
like
right
a
here, this is the oil pickup. So this part of the oil pan, it fits into this right here on the oil pump.
Okay.
And if you follow the oil pump, they put a rubber belt to drive the oil pump.
Yeah, I've seen this. That's so
this
dumb.
right here. This little belt right here ever breaks on you, there goes your oil pressure and there goes your engine.
Have you seen a lot of them break though?
No.
We talk a lot of shit about engineers, but they do know some things. I have to imagine if it's an oil bath belt, that belt is meant to be in some kind of oil. In the comments, please let me know.
Leave it in the comments for those that have changed this over and over and over. If it's a bad design or a good design. You know what? We'll leave that one to you guys. If it's engineer fail or if it's not. You guys leave that in the comments.
Let us know.
It's an Audi. It's overly complex, and there is some truth to that, without a doubt. They are really not built for you to work on, and I'll tell you precisely why.
You did not buy an Audi because you can work on it in your garage.
Listen very, very carefully. Now that's the fuel pump being primed every time you open the door. Front doors, rear doors, doesn't matter. So if you're doing any fuel work on your vehicle, you have to keep these things in mind. If you open the door, you're going to have fuel all over the place.
Well, you bought an Audi. You wanted the Audi life. You wanted the life of luxury.
Right.
Guess what? Way back in the day, we used to have mechanical fuel pumps, which were bolted onto the side of the engine, had a little arm that was driven by a cam lobe. And it had a diaphragm inside that would move back and forth as this cam lobe spun, as the engine spun, and that would suck fuel from the tank. So the mechanical pumps are really, really good at sucking fuel from the tank. But the problem is you pull enough of a vacuum, because it's sucking from the tank every time that camshaft's gonna rotate, you end up with a vacuum in the tank. And if you have vacuum in the tank, now we have a lower boiling point of the fuel. So we end up with potential vapor lock of the fuel. So we went away from that. But electric fuel pumps are not good at sucking. Instead, they're good at pushing fuel. So we put our electric fuel pumps back in the tank. So as close to the tank or inside the tank as possible. From manufacturer, it's gonna be inside the tank. If you're putting it in aftermarket, a lot of times, let's say you're converting from a mechanical fuel pump to electric fuel pump, you're gonna put it close to the tank. But it's not good at sucking fuel. It's gonna be much better at pushing fuel so we don't have that vacuum being pulled. Now we have 3-phase fuel pumps. A lot of manufacturers are going to that where they're using like an AC induction motor and they need an inverter. It's crazy. I think this is a whiny DIYer. I don't know if he's a mechanic.
Don't be a crybaby.
Don't be a crybaby.
It's his bag. Mustang.
Is it shifting? Or not shifting, but squirreling? We're smoking.
As soon as it came up on boost, this pipe right here going into the air-to-air just melted. All the rubber off of it, all the water, everything just turned to steam.
Yeah, right there.
Wow. Dang.
She got hot, huh?
Yeah, you see that chunk of black smoke first and then it just...
That was fire. Why did they do this?
You know, listen, you don't know what weak points are until you push stuff, and they found out.
I want to blow up
because it heated up. You blew up your own motor, okay?
I want to blow up yours, though.
Your own cars up.
Blow up your head.
You blew a head gasket, fool. You could have fixed that.
I know, but they're just so durable.
I'm gonna beat her.
Like this. With a blown engine.
Do you go over what's the craziest thing you guys have seen at the dyno?
Well, like I show up and I pray that nothing explodes.
Anytime you do a dyno day, anytime.
And I'm over there like, please. And the guy goes, you want me to go a little bit more? I'm like, no, that's.
I'm okay. See, I'm the opposite. Like, I get stupid. All the logic goes out the window, and I'm just like, no, run it, more boost. Let's do it. Let's see what happens. I built this shit to last. Let's see. And it's just like, I look back, and it was like I blacked out like a drunk person. Like, I was hungry with power. Like, I don't know.
We gotta see that in reality. I don't believe that. She's such a teacher.
That's what I mean. Like, I'm normally very logical and be like, no, that's not responsible. I get on the dyno and I'm just like, let's go.
So let's go dyno. You guys
I
want to see that? Leave it in
Let's
the
see how much I made.
Leave
Some
it in the
horsepower.
comments.
You want to know how much horsepower I made?
We all want to see it live.
Well, yeah, live dyno.
Yeah.
Leave in the comments. You want to see the Civic dyno live? Let me know.
I want to see it blow up. I mean, I just want to see it.
Do you know that's why your shit blows up? That's why you put that bad juju on me.
You put that bad
Comes back like a little umbrella. I'm like rubber and you're like glue. Whatever you say bounces off of me and sticks to you.
Oh, wow.
Next clip.
Daryl Waltrip cheated. and everybody knows it.
What?
In 1985, in the very first All-Star race, Darrell Waltrip most likely brought an illegal motor, and he ended up dropping the clutch after he crossed the line to take home the victory to blow the motor up, so it would pass post-race inspection.
You see her, I'm waving. I'm a happy camper. I just won the race. I crossed the finish line, and I'm waving to the fans, and I'm elated, and boom! She blows all the people.
What?
Oh, I wonder.
It's better to be lucky than good.
What's that? Oogity boogity.
Better be lucky than good.
Good old Darrell Waltrip. That's genius, though.
That is really genius.
It worked. It worked. Did it work? It worked.
You can't prove anything.
Or it may or may not have worked. I think it did work.
Well, they caught him, but it was too late. He already won, passed inspection, blew the motor.
Well, it didn't pass inspection. Oh, it didn't have to go.
It didn't have to because he blew it.
It's hard to check. It's hard to check.
A grenaded engine,
Yes.
yeah. I don't know what happened, but I can assure you everything was up to regulation.
I'm sure. You wonder what it was that was illegal about it. That's
We'll never know.
I really am curious about
We'll never
what
know.
exactly it was that was illegal, because there would have been enough to do basic stuff.
Listen, how many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop? Nobody knows because you chew them mother loving thing before you got there. This is exactly that's what happened here. Oh, we were just talking about lowrider Civics. Yeah.
Oh, the little dead leg. I like that.
Those are bags too.
Yeah.
Those are fast. It's so crazy how fast they make bags now.
Suspension from back in the day to now has
So
evolved.
different.
It has
Oh,
evolved.
yeah.
For us back in the day, we used to burn the springs or switch them out from another car to that car and weld the top hats
Or cut
and weld the bottom of it and to make sure that you don't overcook it, because then the f***ing seals blow out on the shocks and then your car's running like shit, and then you're running down the street on Eagle Rock Boulevard making a left, and then the suspension just f***ing blows out and you have like 5 big ass homies in there, and then you can't move the car no more, so you have to call the other homie to pick you guys up. That means it happened to me. Because then you have no car to go to work in because the suspension is slapped to the floor. But now you evolved.
You did it for the boys.
You do it for the boys. The homie said go lower, and we went too low, and the springs broke.
Too low.
Suspension from the Civics from back in the day till now is like, bro, you could just open up a catalog and
You do
choose,
anything.
do what you want. What was that word that you used?
Plethora?
A what? A plethora.
There's a plethora.
What's a plethora?
You did it, yeah.
Fucking suspensions out there. Like the K-swap that the Donut Boys did on this EG Civic. They spent what, like 50 racks?
That's a big budget.
It's a big budget. There's options up the ass nowadays. Like you could do whatever you want, whether you go turbo, whether you go nitrous, whether you go all motor, whatever.
whatever you want, yeah.
Or like if you want to go like her, single slam, turbo.
Yeah, that was actually the first engine I ever built when I was in engine class at RCC, and I dumped like all of my paychecks into it. It's got way too much money inside.
But now that you have the options, if you were to start the build now, would you do something different? Would you still stay with the single slam, or would you go with the?
Yeah, my reason for sticking with the single slam is because one day this will be a classic. And I wanted the VINs to match. Also, when I very first did this build, there was a bet going on between me and some buddies. One of my buddies had a hatch that also had a single cam in it, and he was gonna turbo his. We were both gonna put some eBay kits on it and see who was faster. I ended up going with the Greddy kit because the eBay kit I got, they sent me a B-Series manifold instead, so it just worked out. I ended up getting the Greddy kit. He got the eBay kit. His turbo blew up on like one of the first few runs, and mine didn't, because it's a high quality Greddy kit. Shout out to Greddy. And I'm still gonna be where this is the never-ending project. I am gonna continue to, like, you know, I kept my cruise control, I kept my air conditioning, I kept my power steering. It's not tucked. Everything is completely functional, and anything that needed to be modified was. Everything that didn't, I didn't.
And you know what? I give you props, because usually all of us that started doing like engine work, the first thing was gone.
Cruise control, power steering, air conditioning.
Air conditioning, and you still have everything.
That was one of my I still have the evap equipment on there, still got CAT, still got everything.
You still pass smog.
I still pass smog, you know. It is a smog legal kit on there, so I just wanted to keep it, you know, that way. I feel like it's classy, it's simple. One of my flexes at the track is when everybody's sweating their butt off in their car waiting in line to do a run. My hair is blowing in the AC. It's easy for me to turn.
That is a nice flex.
Whichever way I want to. It
no
is a
lie,
nice
no, that's
flex.
a nice flex. So as you guys can see, Civics have evolved. They're top dogs now.
Yeah, for
They're
sure.
top dog.
Yeah, and you're not going to get underestimated, I think, like you used to. And you can go as little or as hard as you want to. The options are out there. It is definitely a lot more affordable than a lot of other options. The parts are out there.
Or you could do crazy stuff like me. Get out of the Honda scene and put an SR20 in there.
Sell out. I'm just kidding. He's probably going to beat me. He's probably going to beat me.
You guys could sell out with an SR20, send it this way.
Just send it this way. Yeah.
So let's start again.
What kind of car is that, a Jaguar?
Dashboard trim out.
F-Pacer?
Rear valance piece off the center dashboard. Top piece off.
Oh.
2 screws here.
My.
All because some dickhead engineer puts a screw there with the glove box. Now
I don't think this is a model that came out in this country.
Well, that's removed.
Thank God.
And there's the pollen filter.
That's insane.
How is this viable? How is this necessary?
Luckily, I've always looked at cabin/pollen filters as an optional item to replace.
Because sometimes it smells like shit.
It does smell like sometimes.
And you need to change those motherfuckers out.
Well,
but that's a lot of
more
work.
of an inconvenience.
That's
How
a lot
much
of
do you
work.
think this job pays?
Charge the customer
Too
like maybe
much.
like 4 G's. I'm like, sorry, I gotta take your car apart.
I'm gonna have to take your car apart. Sandro, as a shop owner yourself, if a job, you know a job is gonna be super annoying, do you charge a little more extra?
Hell yeah.
Likely they're coming to you because
They can't.
nobody else wanted to.
Nobody wants to touch that car. Not even the dealers don't want to touch the cars. I mean, this is an engineering fail.
100%.
Because
A
it's
pollen filter, this is something that's like a common replacement item. Like this is something that gets probably replaced every couple of oil changes, right? Depending on where you live
and it should be like
how stinky your car is.
20, 25 bucks to replace it.
Let's take a look at that next clip.
Have you ever wondered why car makers stopped using dipsticks? Back in the day, car manufacturers had engine dipsticks, transmission
Let's
dipsticks.
say back
you
in
could
the
pretty
day.
much check any fluid level on your car. But nowadays, it seems like everybody's following the Eurocar trend. This BMW X5 not only doesn't have a transmission dipstick, but it's also missing an engine dipstick as well.
BMW
So the
did
only
that
way to check the
early on.
oil level is to use a scanner or use a center display if you know how.
The-
and the only way to check your transmission fluid
The Driver
is to have
Information
the
Center, the
vehicle on
DIC.
left running and to pull this plug right here. And to fill the transmission up, you gotta have a special pump
That's
that pumps
not
the fluid up
new.
into the transmission.
It's
Now,
actually-
not fitting a dipstick on the engine or the transmission doesn't really save the manufacturer that much money. But what it does do is force you to bring your car into a shop anytime you need an oil change or the transmission fluid check. And in reality, they don't really want you working on your car. They're hoping your car breaks down because when it does, you have to go buy a new one from them.
BMW did this early on. I don't like it. You don't need a scanner. You could look in the Driver Information Center, the DIC. I always thought that was pretty funny. You look up the little setting and you can see where your oil life is and your oil level and all that. I don't like it because you can't see metal shavings. You can't light it on fire to see if there's too much fuel in there to see if your PCV needs to be replaced.
Like everything, it's trying to upgrade and upgrade.
Brings you into the dealer. That's
Yeah,
for
brings
sure.
you into a dealer so you could make money. These engineers are doing that job. They're trying to make sure that their companies are making money. I better have somebody that took some courses on this shit. If not, we're figuring that out the hard way.
Stuff changes every year. There's always something new to learn, and I
Yeah.
have to stay up to date on everything because I'm teaching up and coming technicians.
Yeah.
I don't want to be teaching them, 20-year-old stuff. I try to give them 20-year-old stuff and new stuff so they can, have a repertoire of what they want to work on or what they can work on and be competitive in this market. But it's hard, man. It's hard out there
hard.
for a player.
You gotta learn, adapt, and then, buy more equipment. That's what you charge your customers what it is.
Because it does make you competitive. Because
Yeah.
not everybody's doing that.
Is this a whiny mechanic or is this, what do you think, engineer?
I do think it's a little bit of both.
I'll go with 50-50. Leave it in the comments. Let us know. What do you guys think?
What are your thoughts?
If we're whiny,
Are we whiny
are we whiny mechanics or the engineers are right?